Hey everybody, it's Friday night. Welcome back. It's been a long week. I don't know about you guys, but it's been a really long week for me. I hope everybody's been happy and healthy. Thank you for coming back as always. We don't really have any major announcements this week. Everything is kind of evening out with all the craziness in the world, and then the shows we just started, and there's always some behind the scenes stuff, but no major announcements this week, so this is going to be short and sweet, which is awesome. Don't forget that we are using the early access version of Fantasy Grounds Unity for the maps when we do the maps. So if there's bugs and glitches, it's not a complete product. Got to put that out there. But you can go check them out at fantasygrounds.com. It's really cool software. As always, check out Devin Knight and Porzio art for the awesome token work and character art that we have. You can see the character portraits right here in front of you, next to all these awesome players. Devin just sent me some more emails with some more tokens that I requested that are going to be later on in the campaign. That's really cool. I'm really excited about this, but I can't show them. What else? As always, thank you for being so supportive and bringing your friends and spreading the word. Much love to all of you for that. I know that I've seen you guys, some of y'all out there kind of just being awesome community members and doing things like that, so I really appreciate that. We all do. All right, I think that's it. I think it was short and sweet. So, without any further ado, let us return to the Mithril Forge. You will all recall last session, you started outside of the Mithril mines, overlooking a lake at the base of the Great Falls of Arcanum, this massive, gorgeous, cascading waterfall extending for half mile here, 2 miles there, the river Arcanum just dumping water all over this plains and it pouring over this massive cliff in the Mithril Mountains. You awoke from your slumber, you stretched, got the bugs out, ate a little bit, and went to investigate a sound you had heard the night before, leading you to a tribe of centaur. Unfamiliar centaur, they seemed peaceful and almost pacifist in nature. They seemed, or at least stated, that they had magic abilities, druidic abilities, and they informed you that one of their members was taken by these troglodytes and stolen away in the middle of the night up into a cavern, which you correctly deduced was the secret entrance to the Mithril mines, the Mithril Forge itself. And another centaur had come along and spoken to them about joining some cause against Sidon. After talking with them, you made your way individually up the secret path, winding narrowly against the Mithril Mountain behind the Great Falls of Arcanum to a hole in the side of the mountain. Just before you entered, you attacked and defeated several troglodytes. You went in, got into ambushed by a group of troglodytes that were lying in wait, and then met up with Zool and the other injured centaur in the room. After talking to him, which is where last session picked up, you all decided to investigate the northern side of the cavern system you were in, where the dwarven stonework, old, was lining the hallways. You found a giant chasm in the floor. There was a smaller cutout, like an entryway, about 100 feet down or so, on the side of the chasm. And you fought some death dogs around the decomposing and chewed up gargantuan corpse of a 3-headed dog. You explored a bit more, you found some things in the side rooms there, you took a little break, and then decided to investigate this bronze, what turned out to be an elevator, to descend further down into the earth. The elevator itself was a trap of some sort designed to keep people from either going down or coming up the elevator, which activated, causing a significant amount of damage, but you all made through all right after talking to Vulcan and getting a password from him. And then you found yourselves in the Mithril Forge itself. The Forgekeeper rose up from the lava in the center of the room and shared some words with you. A little bit about why he was there and what was going on, before the 3-headed cerberus entered the room from near Sionis, and you got into a life or death battle. as Aina landed the crushing blow against the Cerberus. They are next to this giant vat of lava. All 4 of you wounded, a little beaten, but proud. That's where we left. So, you're all standing there, one next to the other. This massive 3-headed dog, wounds all over his body, tongue lagging out, blood still freshly pouring out of his carcass. Several death dogs, well, one death dog, because the other one got thrown into fire, into the lava. One death dog behind you. The heat is immense. The entire room is bathed in this orangish glow from the lava pit at the center of the room, deep in the heart of the Mithril Forge. So, what would you like to do?
All right, so because I don't want to fucking fight another one of these, you two take that end. I'll take this end. We gotta dump this thing in this fucking lava.
Okay.
Agreed.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely help dispose of that thing in the lava.
Absolutely. You don't think it happened to eat anybody of importance or wealth? I'm just curious.
Do you want to slice open its stomach and take a look?
You know,
I've already got my sword out.
Why don't you go ahead and take care of it? I'll just observe from here.
I'm gonna step back.
Just in case there could be medicinal purposes behind it. You know, just like the basilisk, trying to save.
I will cut open the.
You're such a dear.
I will cut open the cerberus's stomach.
Okay.
I've just accepted my arm as probably a lost cause.
Zeron jams a sword into the gut of the Cerberus and kind of has to do this sawing motion as she works her way towards the rear, and eventually
just going ew, ew, ew.
And I take 3 steps back, and I'm like, ew, my clothes.
I thought they smelled bad on the outside.
Lycus, please tell me you have something to clean me off. Please tell me you have something to clean me off.
I do. You happen to look at me, you happen to look at Lycus, and he is clean as a whistle. Even after, it's like he never gets dirty anymore.
Please. And it just keeps sawing until finally...
You're doing wonderful. You are the best sawer I know.
Yep.
So, gallons of this grayish, sticky fluid kind of seep out of the stomach and start to spread across the floor.
Oh, that's nasty.
Euron uses a sword and picks up the flap she has created now to kind of look in the cavity of this thing's stomach. And aside from that disgusting fluid, it doesn't seem like it's eaten in quite a long time.
Well, that's just a bummer. Man, I really was hoping that something useful would be gleaned from this. Some inside knowledge. I just look at her nasty ass, sticky, slimy self, and I'm just like, I am so proud of you.
Get this off me.
Good, yeah, good job. And then I turn around.
Euron's just gonna she's furious, but she's just gonna start trying. If one head is close, she's just gonna try and start shoving it into the lava.
Okay.
And
I'm there pushing and pulling it in there too.
Master Forgekeeper, you're going to have company. Hold on.
All right. So
watch for the splashback.
If all 4 of you participate, you can probably get enough strength together to lift this thing up because it is very big, very heavy.
Well, we have a draft horse, so just saying.
Do not say that out loud. I'm just
as she says to me after I said it out loud.
So after a little bit of time, kind of roll it over, careful to try and avoid these bodily fluids streaming down it in various places from the wounds in the stomach.
Just soaked.
And it slowly slides into this massive lava pit, kind of floating for a second before slowly starting to subsume, and you see the lava ripples away from it in all directions, and it starts to come back over and cover it, and it just slowly sinks down further and further. And a moment or two after, it subsides completely beneath the lava, The Forgekeeper once again rises up, lava flowing off of him, and looks over at all of you and glances around the room. Thank you.
Good eating.
No. I do not eat this. I do not eat anything like this, but I did not expect you to be able to defeat it. I thought you may have been with those disgusting beasts from above that came through not long ago. They ran when the beast came in.
The ones that smelled absolutely awful.
I do not know what this smell is, but they were gray and there was a round one and they seemed ferocious. Except for the big one. The big one spoke like you do. He attempted to charm me. It was
Stimulating.
foolish.
That was my next guess.
Yes. So,
Scratch charm off the list, Dianis.
I'm curious. You could not. Would you? You have not dealt with these dogs on your own. I know you cannot leave this sphere, but I imagine throwing lava at something would make a very nice dent on it. Wouldn't kill it, but at least hurt it.
indeed. However, this molten rock is what gives me life, what gives me power in this unfamiliar plane I am trapped in.
So it'd be like cutting off one's arm and then using it to beat something to death.
That is one way to think of it, yes. And besides, as long as I stay in here, they can do me no harm. I have been trapped here regardless, so I have had no reason to engage with any of them.
Euron is slightly less angry about it not helping now. Does there happen to be a clean spot on the floor? Anywhere?
Relatively so, yeah.
Euron's gonna go find that spot and sit down.
Fair enough. So you wish to relight the forge? That is what you said you came for. And you have proven that you are capable of dealing with the things that relighting a forge may summon.
What gets summoned if that's read that? What do you what are we talking here? What do you mean?
If I were to relight the forge, the mountain would shake and grind while things come back to life, and this noise, this commotion, would draw interested parties such as these dogs and those foul beasts from above. They too wish to relight the forge. That is what he came to see me for.
But if we light it, you'll kill them all, right? As they come down in here.
I could be of assistance, yes.
That's good, yeah.
I am not particularly able to engage in combat as you are. My magics are all of the enchanting type. I can touch and burn things, but I may be more useful in other ways. However, this does not matter unless you can free me from this prison and I can relight the forge, as we have discussed.
I don't remember freeing you, then relighting. I thought it was light it, and then you would provide a service for an appointed time. Or was that backwards?
We still have to get him out of this spot in the center.
Yes, I must go into the blast furnace room. Just there, to relight the forge, and I cannot do that from here.
Yeah, the whole devil, dog, cerberus, it jumbles the mind.
Yes, indeed. But as I stated, the sphere keeps me from doing this.
So, to be clear, the sphere keeps you here because do you have to stay where it is? Or... I'm trying to work out what to do here, other than perhaps see what happens if we throw this in the lava.
If any part of me exits this ring while the sphere is still active, a massive blast of arcane frost will be released upon the room until I perish. That is what the dwarf.
Lycus, do you happen to know the dwarven word for off?
Who put the orb there?
The
The dwarven arcanists.
Right, okay, and so let me make sure I understand this. They put a keep you in check right here, and that was after you had lit the forge, or that was after you had... Because I just don't want you to, we'll make an agreement, we free you, and then you burn us all to death and you go away. I just want to make sure I would like to live a long, prosperous life, and I would love to free you and ensure that doing so doesn't condemn me because you're pissed off at dwarves. That's all I'm getting at.
Once I have relit the forge, they designed this device and placed the enchantments upon it to keep me here until the end of our contract. The contract which states 1,000 years from the original date it was formed. And so I must stay here to provide the heat that the forge requires, but it has grown dormant since I was unable to periodically go and relight it under the watchful gaze of the arcanists.
Right, okay. Group decision?
I think we said before that we would help that we would help free the Forgekeeper, and that he would stay for a time to help ensure that this ran. But it would be for a much shorter time than 1,000 years.
Yeah, I'm thinking like 5. I think 5 years is good for magical weapons.
Also,
and stuff.
Julia, if you've been talking, I have not heard a word. Okay, just making sure.
No, Ina's just trying to catch her breath. Girlfriend is hurting.
Yeah, by this way, like, we all sitting down, we relaxing, like, okay, hold up, I got my feet half kicked up, half not.
And they're just like sitting on the wall whenever we're just like talking to Sally.
Yeah. Because we just got our asses handed to us. Okay, so how do we free him again? Oh, God.
In effect, we need to stop the sphere from working.
Oh, that's it? Just stop the sphere from working? How do you stop the sphere from working?
What's the dwarven word for off, please?
Oh, you were serious?
I was serious.
It's that easy? No.
I'm guessing here. I am throwing things at the wall and seeing what works.
If that worked, why wouldn't he just say it? Hey, Salamander, what did they used to do to turn this off?
They placed me in a magical barrier. I do not understand this magic.
Magical barrier? Guys, I got magic, but I ain't got magical barriers.
I mean, I just stab things.
Did they go somewhere? Things. Is there another room, you think, where they went and got this barrier, or
Yeah, I'm sure they wheeled it in a wooden horse.
Well, if they're dwarves, it would have been a wooden like pig or something.
There was 4 of them, and they summoned the incantation from within.
Okay, from within.
Do not happen to remember the words that they said.
No, he was in stasis. He said, "Oh God."
Maybe that mural back there might have a clue.
Oh, I love pictures. I'm such a picture fiend. What mural?
Wasn't there a mural back in the hall?
Back out by the elevator.
Yeah, it was very like not realistic, but
Was it like
may
one of
shed
those
some
really
light.
ominous ones that you really shouldn't trifle with, and yet we're probably going to?
No, it was just like things.
Just vague pictures.
Yeah, like it wasn't like a photograph.
Yeah,
it was like
let's-
artistic license was taken.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, just hang out for a few minutes, Salamander, and we'll try to see if we can't figure out how to release this magic and free you.
Indeed.
And then our agreement will be, laid out. Of course.
Slowly slides back down beneath the lava.
That's so cool. Man, I wish I could do that.
You can.
But the coming back up.
Euron is just laughing and just like, oh, don't, my ribs, ow, my ribs, don't do that.
All right, so you're in this central room that has the vat of lava and the giant bronze sphere. There was the hallway to the north, and then a smaller room on the opposite side of the hallway, which seemed like an armory. The hallway itself had these stone-carved murals, very old in them. It's where you saw the stylized reliefs. And then off to the side chamber of this main vat, there is the blast furnace room, which is what the Forgekeeper was referring to.
Gotcha. Right, where all the smithing and smelting and all that, I'm sure, would take place.
Indeed.
And then there's another room to the south.
There is.
I'd like to go check out that room to the south, if possible.
Can we, we were really truly planning on taking a short rest as we did this whole talk. How do you want to do that? Because we got our asses handed to us.
To keep things simple, I'm more than happy to say that y'all can investigate the immediate area like you're trying to do, and bundle that up with talking with this Forgekeeper, and that'll count for a short rest. That's fine.
Perfect. Yeah, because it just says non-strenuous.
Yeah, not strenuous at all,
Perfect.
unless something
Euron
happens,
will
of
crawl
course.
over if that will help.
Yeah, Euron crawls over. Go on, girl. You got it.
Hey, Lycus,
my
why don't you
everything.
play us?
Ow.
Why don't you give us
Ow.
some background
Ow.
noise for all
Yeah.
of this?
Yeah, sure. I play up a very slight little tune. Nothing crazy.
His song of rest.
Well,
I'm just remembering the one that you sang to us a couple nights ago.
yeah. I play the funeral version, and it's just I love this version. I mean, I know it's a little dark and ominous, but man, isn't it just beautiful the way it just envelops you? Yeah, they only played at funerals, but given the situation, I think it's fair. Okay,
All right.
let's start exploring.
So who is going where?
I'm gonna go south, but I'm gonna check this room
Okay.
because it's the closest room, and I don't have to walk far.
All right. You're gonna go to the southern room. That's fine.
I'll check out the murals.
You're gonna go to the murals in the hallway. Okay.
Yep.
I'll take a look just very briefly around the forge room.
Okay. Ina?
I want to go down the hallway that Euron is standing in.
Okay.
I wanna
So you're gonna
go
go down into the blast furnace area.
I'll just poke my head in there. Like, I don't want to singe myself, but yeah, I just want to check it out.
Okay. Well, that area is completely dark right now. There's no
Oh.
fire or anything that you can see in there.
I'll inspect the sphere and just look at it.
There you go.
Okay.
Maybe it has some words on it.
All right. So we'll go clockwise, starting with Cyanus was going to the murals, correct? So, going back over these things, tracing your hands along them, they kind of encompass the entire wall. You see, once again, like I said before, the very stylized version of dwarves crafting all sorts of things, armor, weapons. You see that fire-shaped spirit-type entity outside of the vat with the dwarves on either side. Continuing further down the hallway, you see the dust has slightly covered up some more of these murals. The first one depicts a group. It's kind of hard to tell because the figures are kind of stacked in front of each other in that wall relief type style. A group of dwarves surrounding the Forgekeeper, and there's these strange kind of like beams coming up. Again, it's hard to tell because it's so stylized, but these beams are coming up from this group around it and encapsulating the Forgekeeper. And you see that this is supposed to be reflecting the blast furnace room. You see this, you know this because the walls of this part of the mural do not depict the room that you were in. There's no vat in the center. There are these large stone tank type structures on either side of the room. And you see beneath where the Forgekeeper is this kind of this fiery growth in the very center of the mural. Beyond that, there seems to be an image of the sphere itself, except it's not in the current configuration you see it in the room. Instead of it being this purely smooth, very large 10 to 15 foot diameter sphere, it's still that size, except it is slightly separated in the middle, like it has popped open horizontally in the middle, and there's these beams of things kind of shooting out around the outside of it. And with the way that these pieces are aligned in that part of the mural, it almost looks as though it's shifting or spinning or something. To go around the horn, we'll go to you, Ina. Were you looking at the sphere itself?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me an investigation check, please. Actually, this would probably be an arcana check. This is a magical device.
15.
15. If you inspect it, you saw those little pulses of slightly bluish arcane energy were kind of traveling along the different runes and different things. You notice that at one point they all seem to kind of originate at the same point in the center of the sphere and arc out from there and then trace around the runes in opposite directions. So the top half, it jumps around them and spins around them in clockwise directions, the bottom in counterclockwise directions. As far as decrypting any of the runes or looking for any type of push buttons, anything like that, there's nothing on the surface of this thing. So let's see, that is going to lead us to Lycus in the southern room, and we'll get to Euron last. So Lycus, you just hanging out there in the hallway, or you're actually walking down towards the room? You going down towards the room?
Yeah, I initially just started because I didn't know how we were gonna settle it. So yeah, I'm just gonna start taking a look down, seeing what we got over here. I see some crates and some produce or whatever.
No problem. So you travel down to that room. You see sacks of what appears to be rotted fish, or at once time was rotted fish, that maybe the troglodytes have at some point in the past used this room, at least temporarily. As you walk closer and closer into this room, you hear the sound of the waterfall very, very nearby, kind of echoing from outside. Aside from the broken crates and barrels and things of some time immemorial, to your left, which is to the east, you glance out and you see the curtain of the Great Falls of Arcanum, and standing there before you and extending off to the left on the lake is a stone pier of sorts. It seems that there has been tiny grooves cut to let water drip down away from it so water doesn't collect here. It is smooth, it is level, and you almost get the sense that it is a dock.
Okay.
Just to your right.
I don't see anybody.
No, you don't see any individuals. No, just a massive shower of water extending as far left and right as you can see. Just on the outside, where that stone pier extends off to your left, you see this very ornate looking bronze silver tipped handle jutting out of the wall. It is kind of similar in design to the handle that was in the elevator. Not exactly identical, but more along the lines that you can tell it was made from kind of the same people, the same craftsmanship.
Is it like a dragon? You mean like the dragon heads when you say a handle, or?
No, it's just a normal handle. There's no dragon heads or anything around like that. No, it's just.
You know, the last time I touched the handle, we almost got burnt.
Yeah, it's ensconced there in the stone wall, and it appears in really good shape. There's a little bit of corrosion at the very base where it meets the stone wall, but otherwise good.
Okay, yeah. So I just kind of tell everybody it looks like I found a dock and maybe a mooring point, or does it look like a mooring point? Is that really kind of what you mean by like a handle?
No, it looks like a lever that you can actually move up and down.
It's not just a handle. It's a
it's a lever.
I'm gonna inspect the shit out of this lever because I'm expecting fire and death. It's like the oh shit lever. That's what I'm expecting right now.
Okay.
So yeah, let me go ahead and inspect this lever.
Okay, give me an investigation check.
All right. Let's see here. That's going to be an amazing 6.
A 6.
It is metal. I can tell you that much.
It is made of bronze. There is a silver tip on it. Glancing within at the mechanism itself, you can see that there are several gears in there that if you were to pull on the handle, those gears would actuate. Aside from that, it is ensconced in the stone wall, so you don't have too much. There are some pictograms on the side of it.
Okay, I love.
And one of them looks familiar to you, but you can't quite place it.
Is it just a pictogram, or is it like it looks like a dragon? It looks like people dying, dismemberment.
Well, it's an emblem.
Oh, okay.
It seems to be slightly corroded, so it's kind of hard to tell what it is, but the general shape and sense of it is ringing a bell. So go ahead and give me a history check.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I sketch it? But history check will work.
Indeed.
Oh, that is a 19.
19. This symbol looks very much like a corroded, worn away version of the same symbol that was on the coin that was given to you in the Temple of the Oracle.
Okay. I'm gonna have to rack my brain on what that coin meant. Do I remember what that coin meant?
It was given to you.
I'm sorry, it's just been a minute, man. I don't remember the coin.
It's okay. It's okay. It's 100%
I remember
okay.
the stuff in you gave me the gem or the necklace and all that. I just didn't remember.
You're good, buddy. It was quite a while ago. In the Temple of the Oracle, your party was given the coin to hopefully provide safe passage to the ruins at Tillamook, the necropolis of Tillamook, not the ruins, the necropolis of Tillamook, to get past the gatekeeper, for lack of a better term, Damon. And it was a burnished Dragon Lord coin.
Oh, okay.
It was said that these coins were given out as mementos, as symbols of honor from the time at the height of the Dragon Lord's power during the First War.
Yeah, I'm gonna return them back and let everybody know this, but also be like, yeah, they got a lever. It's got the same shaping as the Dragon Lord. Like, I'm really excited to pull the lever, but I'm not that stupid, as I've just got my ass kicked by dead dogs, and at the moment, I don't intend to do it without checking with everybody. So I'll just take that knowledge and let everybody know when we regroup.
Easy enough. You're on. Standing at the precipice of this blast furnace room, you see two large, very, very large, tall, and wide stone vats that break out into they channeled into four smaller stone vats. They're on either side of the room from you. A strange type of polygonal shape to them, rising up out of the floor. You see spouts coming out of the walls in the shape of dragon heads that would look as though they pour into these four vats. And then there is another vat on the far side of the room, on the completely opposite of you. In the center of this room, there is a approximately 3 foot wide circular hole you can see from a distance. Crisscrossing around the floor of the room are these intricate rivulets, seemingly carved into the stonework itself, that jut and move at odd angles, extending out from the circular hole in the middle and spiderwebbing themselves out to the walls beneath all of the vats. Hanging up next to the largest vat on either side of the room are these huge stone cauldrons that hang over, and a spout also directs whatever it would be into these cauldrons. You see also on either side of the room by these vats, there are more bronze levers. These are a little bit shorter than one that was in the elevator, and they have this kind of squarish handle to them. It's probably to keep sweaty hands from slipping off of them.
What even is this architecture? I shall walk up a bit closer to the thing in the center and see if there's anything interesting about it, I guess.
You see what appears to be as far as you can tell, bottomless black hole. About 3 feet wide. If there's a bottom, it extends past your vision, and now that you are closer, you can see that immediately to your left and to your right on the floor, not only are those rivulets extending out, but there's also these bronze, almost like vents, that are protruding out from beneath the vats with a grated surface to them, running the length of each vat on either side of you. In the far corner away from you, you see a pile of metal. Appears to be coins. It's hard to tell because nothing is actually lit in this room. It is all dark. But there appear to be a vast quantity of coins, and you see some handles sticking out of it as well.
Which corner is that?
The southern corner of the room.
Okay.
And then off to your right hand side, past the vat to your right, you see another hallway extending off to the west.
I will go look at the coins first, I think.
Okay. You see that there are hundreds of coins here. Mostly silver, a good bit of gold, and from the look of it, even a couple platinum. They appear to be of old make, with ancient inscriptions and things of that nature on them, but they're approximately the same size and shape of modern coins. You also see, now that you're closer, these handles sticking out. There are an array of javelins and a strange looking weapon that is you do not expect, but it is in the shape of a trident, except the tip of each trident is fashioned as though it were its own individual, very small sword. They're made of remarkable metal.
I'm definitely picking up that trident.
Okay.
And just gonna spin it in my hands for a moment.
As you pick up the trident, the coins kind of scatter out away from it a little bit, and you see a stone tablet with dwarven runes written upon it. In the bottom right is a series of runes that looks almost as where you would expect a signature. And on the bottom left, there's a very strange flowing script that appears it was burned into the tablet itself.
So is it all written in Dwarvish?
It is.
And is there anything that sounds like a name in there? Is there like the name Vulcan? Is that in there at all? Or
Can you read Dwarvish?
No, I'm just looking for the two words that I know. Vulcan, and now I know the word for dragon, which is Arachnar.
That is true. You do know how to say these words, but you don't know how they are written.
Goddamn. You know I had to try.
I did, and that's fine.
Yeah.
So, totaling, just so you can jot this stuff down, you got 56 platinum altogether in this pile. 56 platinum, 125 gold. Okay. Take your time.
Okay, go.
So it was 56 platinum, 125 gold, 389 silver.
Mm-hmm.
You have an adamantine trident and 6 adamantine javelins. And then the tablet.
Right. I'm just going to maybe lean back and just go, I found money!
And poof, there I was.
And once I've, yelled that, I'm definitely taking the trident. But I'd like to take a brief look at this hallway over here. I'm not going to go down it alone, but I want to take a look and see. Like, peep around the corner, sort of.
Okay. You can see that this hallway has kind of the same columned motif as the hallway you came into from the elevator, except it extends out into pitch black darkness, which, with a moment of thought, makes you realize that this hallway is the one that you saw from up above at the top of the chasm on the first higher level that you were on.
Okay. Then, I guess I'll walk back. I'll have the trident on, sort of, maybe gathered up the coin, sort of into something. I should probably come back with my arms just full. There's just coins in like a, sort of like folded in my arms. The javelins are like tucked under my chin. The trident's on my back, and on top of it's the stone tablet. And I just kind of come back to the main room, and I don't even need to say anything. I'm just like clinking with every step.
I hear the sound of happiness.
There is platinum in here.
That's amazing.
Also, can someone grab this tablet? I think it's important and I can't read it.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I'll take the coins. Yeah, no problem.
That is not what I said, but okay.
I'm helping unload. I got you.
Dianas, can you please take the tablet? My arms hurt.
Yeah, I got it. And I started trying to just see if I can decipher anything from it,
It's
at all.
Yeah, it's written in Dwarven. All I know is it looks old, and that bit in there is burned. That's about all I've got.
You speak Dwarvish, Cyanus?
I don't. But,
Okay, I didn't think so. I was just making sure because you said you were trying to decipher it.
I'm just trying to see if I can glean anything from it.
Hey, maybe he knows.
Well, I
point
mean,
back at the fire. He's been here 1,000 years. He had to have picked up feed me or something.
you guys think this might be a contract or something?
I think it might be.
One way to find out.
Master Forgekeeper.
Rises back up from the lava. Looks around trying to find you, then turns to you.
And then I just hold up the tablet like, does this look familiar?
Yes. That is the contract which binds me here.
I think I see a note.
Okay. So if we broke that, you'd be free? In essence?
The contract is encased in magic. I may be able to destroy it with the lava. But whether or not that would disperse the magic in the sphere, I would only be guessing.
I thought the magic in this sphere was created after the contract was written and it superseded the contract.
That is why I would be guessing.
Ay. Can you read us the contract though?
It's gonna be like, what's it say? What's it say? What's it say?
Maybe this helps us not being connected to dwarves. None of us can read a word of it.
It is put forth by the head arcanist that the Forgekeeper shall keep the forge fires going with the crafting of the magical items and armors that we seek for a period of not less than 1,000 annums. And if done so faithfully, he shall be released to return to the plane of elemental fire. And if this contract is not fulfilled, he shall be subjected to the coldest of deaths, and then revived, and then subjected again to the same contract. An eternity. So signed.
And the names.
Have you ever had the cold death revive happen?
I have not, but they demonstrated it to make a point. They activated a small device similar in construction to this in a room of those foul beasts above. They had dragged them from some far-off place to make an example of them.
Okay.
They detonated the device in front of me as I watched, and they turned to ice.
Good to know.
Well, that would explain why we found the cold marks upstairs.
Yeah.
Oh.
Is it possible to move that sphere and just kind of because if we break that tablet, and let's say if it does that goes off, I'd rather not be in the same room as it. I don't think anyone in this room wants to be in the same room with that thing if it suddenly turns into the worst blizzard the world's ever seen. Does it look like the sphere can be moved?
It is levitating in place.
I'm gonna push it.
Okay.
I'll poke it first, see if it shifts at all.
You press your hand, or you put your fingers against it, you poke it. The metal is very cold. It doesn't seem to give to your poking, and you feel a slight vibration, a slight humming sensation, almost pulsing, as your finger briefly presses upon it.
Oh my god, what if it's an elemental ice, or a frozen elemental in there? Or some crazy ass shit. Hey, by the way, I found a dock, and it had a crazy lever. You know anything about that? I mean, I'm just gonna assume you're pretty much the know-it-all of this place, while we try to figure out how to free you and all.
That is where the legendary ship Ultros used to dock. when they came in to resupply.
Okay. Okay. You don't happen to know what that lever did, huh? Did it let the ship in?
It opens the curtain of water.
I knew it. I was guessing that inside. I just didn't want to say it out loud.
I saw
God.
the forge. It's quite lovely in there. Well, interesting looking at least, and I'm guessing I found the spot in there where you might sit. Though there's no fucking bottom to that. I even tried spitting. Nothing. She did. Yeah.
Alright. How do we get rid of this thing? Ideas?
I could try wrapping my cloak around it, but that's about as much as I can do.
It's huge.
About 10 feet in diameter, levitating
Yeah.
3 to 4 feet off the ground, give or take.
Yeah.
Did it give any sign of movement when I pressed against it? Or?
It seems solid.
It doesn't
It seems to
want
be no, it doesn't want to move. It's pretty much held in place with arcane energy. It's the best you can tell.
There's got to be some trigger word or something to move this thing. I think we got to just keep looking. Hey, that's interesting. What's that on your back? That's shiny and new.
It was in there, along with a whole bunch of javelins, if someone would like them. But, no, right? You know, I've never seen, I don't really know, I'm not sure if I've ever seen this metal before. But, it's where I found the money and the tablet. Also, I found the entry to the chasm, but...
I think you'd be familiar with them with your time in the Matrosian Guard.
Yeah,
It's reasonable they had adamantine weapons. You know that they're not remarkable outside of the fact that they are, especially because of their hardness, they're especially good at dealing damage to objects.
To objects?
Objects.
Objects.
So if you use an adamantine weapon, anytime you hit an object with it, it's automatically a critical hit.
Oh.
Okay. I couldn't find out on D&D Beyond, that's just why I was partly asking. Okay.
Yeah, it's this weird... Don't worry about that. Yeah,
Right.
that's what adamantine weapons does.
Yeah. Adamantine apparently works very well against not living things. I have a very stupid idea.
Oh God. I already know where you're going with it. You want to adamantium this thing in the same room?
That's why I don't really want to, it's the only thought I have. I don't want to do it in the same room as us, but I tried moving it. It does not want to move.
Yeah, and if you pop it and it explodes and kills the salamander, it's going to be just as worse. I think
the salamander threw it at the thing and like ducked right under the lava right away, and we were like somewhere down the hallways.
What if it freezes the lava?
Well,
Like, if this thing's supposed to be the coldest of colds ever.
I don't know. I'm just throwing suggestions out there because we're just spinning our wheels.
I think we need to keep looking. I'm not fully sure.
Actually, also for the hell of it, while I'm looking at the sphere, I'm just going to try and, just say Ragnar at it, see if it does anything.
Okay. It doesn't do anything. Everybody give me an insight check.
I rolled a nat 1.
Okay.
I was a 12.
Rolled a nat
Okay.
20
Okay.
and plus 1, so 21.
Ew.
2. Okay, on the bright side, even averaging you all out, you're greater than a 10, so that helps. Okay. So, Cyanus, it kind of jumps out to you that you saw when this thing was opened. It seemed as though there was some type of movement about it, or some way to get to the insides of it. Everyone else, as best you can tell, since none of you were there 500 years ago and this was very powerful magic. It would probably be possible to activate it and then hide and hope. It's unlikely that magical cold could freeze over lava. And you could always just beat the crap out of it and see what happens. As far as magical words or keys or triggers, if such a thing did exist, then there's a good chance that although maybe finding and searching for hours and hours might lead something to it, since the ones who crafted this and maintained this died hundreds of years ago, and there's nothing obviously like their quarters or books or anything of that nature, it would be a Herculean task to even find such a thing. So
can I just like go up to the sphere and see if I can like rotate it at all?
Sure.
It's like one of those balls of water, balls floating on water.
Pretty much trying to see like if there's any way that I can find like a seam in it or something.
Okay.
all right, well, you find that you can spin it. It will spin at least counterclockwise on the bottom and clockwise on the top almost freely. It won't move from its position, and then where they meet there's like a band kind of, and I mean you notice this too, it just isn't really remarkable, Ina. Where they meet is kind of a band, and this matches up with the same image that you saw in the hallway of where it looks like it separates when it does whatever it does.
So this thing can definitely open manually. I'm not entirely sure how.
I think we should just make sure that Master Forgekeeper stays down, as far down as you can. Maybe if you can all move your lava down at all, and we get out of the room, and I will throw this as hard as I can. Let's call that Plan B if we can't open it. But
Okay. That's like a plan B. I say we try spinning it the way we saw in the pictures and see what happens. Maybe it'll pop open. So I'll spin the top because I can reach that more easily.
And
Y'all can spin the bottom.
I'll take the bottom.
And we'll spin it.
Okay. It spins freely. It continues to spin probably longer than you would have expected. Like it's not even, there's no friction or anything of the sort. It's just free spinning, but it doesn't change configuration or anything.
what happens if you try to spin it the other direction?
It won't budge.
All right, plan B then.
Right,
Unless
here's
anyone's
the-
got any other ideas.
Nope.
Is the Forgekeeper still up?
He is.
Right. I think you're going to want to get down.
All right. I can trigger it if you like and try to hide, but once it has started, I don't know if you will be able to stop it without destroying it, so I didn't say anything since you were talking about destroying it anyway.
Ever the helpful being. And Ina is going to walk down a hallway.
But everyone get around the corner.
Where was the high point? Was the high point the area where she got the... don't worry about it. The water will be safe, I'm sure.
Alright, then, yes, Neuron will come here and have the trident ready and just being say, get ready to trigger it, and is ready to throw.
Okay, make an attack roll.
And he said it's because it's an object. It's
Automatic crit.
If you hit, it's an automatic crit.
I'm not sure what modifier I can use here. I'm just gonna assume. Okay. 14.
14's a hit.
Sorry, I didn't quite add it. I'm not quite sure what kind of damage is. I'm gonna try.
What are you looking for?
D6. Okay, it's a D6, I guess. So 10, 13.
13. All right.
D6 plus a roll of 4 plus 3 modifier. Yeah.
Okay. You let the adamantine javelin. It's javelin, correct? Or the trident? I was asking.
Let's go for the javelin. I like this trident.
Okay. Javelin
Just in case
flies.
you don't get it back.
There's 6 javelins.
Javelin streaks out with a hollow sounding metallic hit. It slams into the sphere itself. You see this little mist of arcane energy kind of puff out around it. The bronze shell is dented in where this javelin is now protruding about halfway out from this thing. You did damage to it. Something's happening with arcane energy.
I will draw another. I
Okay,
have
go for
6
it.
of them.
All right.
13.
13's a hit.
Oh, again. 13 damage.
13 damage. Okay. The second javelin flies out. Same thing, right? Just to the left of it, a little arcane energy kind of spurts out where this javelin is now protruding out from the lower half of it, and now it starts to kind of lopsidedly shift and twist in the air, maintaining its position, but now it's kind of jostling all over the place, and more bits of this arcane energy are kind of out of the 2 holes you have made.
So it's basically it's bleeding real bad. Is that what it's doing here?
You see what you see.
Do it again.
One more for good luck. Ooh, 18.
18. That's a hit.
How have I? That's 3 4s in a row. So 13.
Okay. The last javelin flies out as it's spinning up and down, slams into it. As it hits, a small bit of arcane energy releases again. It starts to jostlate faster and more violently, and faster and more violently before the javelins are a swirl. As you turn and you start to step away, I mean that's where you were when you threw it. So you turn, you start to step away, and then everybody else, including you, hears this sound of metal ripping open, and this bright white light flashes around you. I need you to give me a Constitution save. You're on. Everybody else is good.
Oh god. Ooh, 22.
22. Okay. 1 second.
How much damage am I about to take?
Let me make sure before I tell you this. Everybody, y'all did your short rest, right?
Oh god.
Because you should have done your short rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Since you saved, that is going to be 42 halved down to 21 frost damage as it
My life.
drinks out upon you. So As Euron turns to run, you start to see her around the corner, and this arcane energy hovers her head to toe. Are you still up?
Yes.
Okay, good.
I used all of my hit die.
She briefly gets encapsulated in this frost energy, and then you see it stagger for a second. She breaks through it and gets to the other side. So that was 21 cold damage to you, and then these small little snowflakes kind of drift throughout the air and then settle on the ground before kind of instantly thawing because of how warm it is in here. You glance back, that bronze sphere is obliterated, bits of metal all scattered all throughout that chamber.
Run back and make sure the Forgekeeper's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go with her.
Yep.
Also, just so I can stand by the lava and cool and warm up. I am slightly reptilian, and that was not pleasant.
The lava is still burning. There's still an orangish glow. As you approach, you look around. You see that bright spot swimming around. It kind of rises in front of you. It looks.
It is destroyed.
And he kind of he slides off from the edge of the pit and down on the ground. And you see as he slithers around past you and just kind of makes passes in the room left and right, stretching his legs for lack of a better term. A small trail of burning fire follows him wherever he goes.
That's done. Now for the tablet. The contract. I would destroy it so I can relight the forge for you and serve you for a year, as we said.
Yep, I guess, who was holding the tablet? Oh. Siamus, you had it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you giving him the tablet? I mean, I just got I don't know what's going on. I'm just asking.
Yeah.
I feel like we should renegotiate first, though.
Like for what?
Like, I feel like we probably need this guy for more than a year.
I think like 5. You know, if we're gonna do, war and everything.
Yeah, like no war only takes like a year.
Yeah. 5 sounds fair. Yeah.
So we'll give you the tablet, you'll destroy it, and you'll help us for 5 years.
Perhaps until our task is done. I think
Whichever comes first. I believe that's fair. And you get if 1 year is all it takes, perfect. But if not, since we're not that familiar with it, it kind of helps lock it in.
We agreed on 1 year, and now you would change it.
Well,
You would go back on your word.
No. Someone said, yeah, that sounds fine, but we didn't actually sign a contract or anything.
You don't need to sign a contract.
There was a cerberus and some dead dogs, okay? So no offense, but we were kind of in a rush and freaking out about everything.
Yes, excuses. Excuses. Just like the dwarves that came before you.
No,
I would not deal again.
They lied to you
next?
after. We're up front making a deal with you.
We had a deal, and you would go back on it.
We never agreed to a deal.
We never had a deal.
Euron's face is just going, we fucked up.
No, we didn't fuck up. No. We didn't sign nothing. This is a signed, bound contract you made with them. We understand that. We're not here to do... Look, you can go back in your lava pit if you really want to do this. We're not saying it's 5 years. You have 1,000 with them. I'm just saying 5 years is not that long for you. You live for infamy, or for eternity, almost.
I don't think it's the principle of the time that's a problem. Would you hold a moment? No, kind of pull over and just go, I don't think the issue's the time. It's right now we said something, and now we're going back on what we said. as much as I agree it would be if perhaps a little longer, but right now, if we offer a different time, I have a feeling we're about to get a bunch of lava in our faces. I mean, I'm cold right now, but I really don't want that.
Yeah, I don't think we can go back on the year.
We are no longer in a position of power in this negotiation.
I think we just
I
stick
don't
with
like
the
it.
year. They can figure something else out. Who knows where we'll be in a year? You know? So let's just do the year. Let's do what we came here to do. We can bicker about this for a freaking year. Like, let's just do it. Just get this over with. The faster we get this done, the faster they can like start pumping shit out.
Yeah, all right.
Make sure it's one very prosperous year.
May the gods say the same.
Okay.
I guess. Turn back around and say, then we keep our word. 1 year.
When does that
Yeah.
year start? When you start crafting weapons, or is it you light the forge and then 1 year it starts that day? Because if we can't use the forge, it's no point. So 1 year from when we can start using the forge, assembling, and all that. Does that
I will
sound fair?
voluntarily stay here in your service for 1 year once I am freed from the contract. And I will relight the forge when you tell me to.
Alright. So we'll have you light the forge as soon as this is done.
Yeah, sounds fair.
Gonna get our use out of you.
Alright, I'm good with that. What do we gotta do? Where do we sign? We gotta put in tablet or stone with you, or do we say some arcane, do you need some magical binding?
I will stay here voluntarily. Such is the power of the word.
Oh god. Alright, alright, I guess break this down. Oh, I don't like it. He can leave it anytime, but I get it.
Thank you. Staying
He
on
reaches
the
his hand out. It's kind of wreathed in flame, and as he reaches it towards you, the flames dissipate a little bit, reaching out towards the tablet that you're carrying.
I would destroy it.
Cyanus, give it to him.
Yeah. And I hand it her.
Okay. He takes it, slithers further away from you, turns towards the lava, and places it on the top. You see it slowly kind of floats out towards the middle a little bit before fire starts to wreathe up from the lava around it, and then kind of slowly sinks down in. And you hear this slight, almost a crackle from the lava. And you see him breathe heavily.
That must feel good.
I would say it's anticlimactic.
It was simply a contract.
I know, but you're a salamander. I'm just saying. This is amazing. Don't get me wrong. I just
What is
thought it
it?
would be something like amazingly magical.
What is it you know of my kind that gives you this impression?
Look at you. You swim in magma. Like, you're phenomenal.
I think
Would you
are
like
one
to
of
swim in magma as well?
If it didn't burn me to a crisp, yeah, I think it'd be fun for a short period of time before I was returned to my other self, just in case you have that ability, and I don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? Why? Can you turn someone into a salamander? Is that how that works?
No, but if one of you has an inner fire strong enough, perhaps you could walk with me for a time.
I'll pass.
Do you? I must say, I'm not agreeing. I'm curious. Are there
I
any
immediately
among
start
us you
writing this
believe
down.
has an inner fire that strong?
I believe it is possible, considering the monster you just defeated.
I believe all of us have that strength then.
I can find out. If you desire.
I'm curious, but I need to stay alive.
Step forward.
Step forward like a son bitch.
I'll step
Right.
forward too.
Yeah,
I
sure.
get
well-
behind Ina though. I
I'm
get,
about to say,
behind.
you can each go. You can each try.
Ina
It's
first.
the order that you would like to.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
doing to go.
Ina loves being tested. Do this shit.
I like watching other people do their test first, so I can be like, I see she should have went left, she went right.
Okay. So Ina first.
I guess so.
Okay. So you walk up, and he picks his hands up, and the fire rescinds back towards the elbows. So all you see is this blackish, leathery type skin, and he holds them up to either side of your head, radiating kind of away from your cheeks, and you feel this kind of intense heat coming off of his hands on either side of your face. He lowers them down around your shoulders, same thing. He goes down around your, I guess, would it be hips for you? I think it's hips for a centaur, right? It's kind of like multiple hips. Anyway.
At least say waist.
So waist. So he kind of wreathes around you. And he steps back.
You do have the inner fire required. But I can only do this for one person. So would anybody else like to take your place and see if you have the same fire burning within?
I mean, I'm just curious to see. Seeing is not gonna attach you, right?
That's not the implication, no.
Yeah, just make sure I understood that. I mean, yeah, Ina, I'm all for giving it to you, Ina. I'm just curious if I can see it.
I'm
Okay.
curious as well.
Okay. Cyanus. You shook your head no.
I'm good back here.
I'm good. We're good.
Violet, all right. You don't need anything else.
I'm good. All right, so he goes over and repeats the same thing to. Which one are you first? Doesn't matter.
You go
Okay.
for it.
All right. It goes over to you. You're on. Does the same thing. You feel the same heat radiating throughout your body.
Your fire is not the same. It does not blaze. It is warm. It is comforting. It is not furious and powerful.
He goes back. He steps over to Lycus. Puts his hands up, goes around you. Up and down.
Oh, the bitch, don't be searching. It's right there. Yeah.
Your fire is one that it is brighter than it is hot. It
Okay.
illuminates the dark. It provides light when there is none. But it is not the fire that I can work with.
And steps back.
So you're a firework.
Lycus is a firework. I like it.
I am all for this.
Or a sparkler, one of the two.
I'm for that too.
1 second.
So, I think between us, I think it might suit you better.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm
I'm just a torch in the dark.
And I am a hearth, not a bonfire.
I'll teach you how to get mad one day.
I look forward to it.
Ooh.
Okay. So, Forge, Forgekeeper has stepped back, kind of looking at each of you to let you talk about this.
So who would walk with me into the fire? There's only one of you that can, but you're all welcome to try. I cannot promise you would like the results, though.
I believe this would suit you much better than I think any of us.
Okay. Ina will take another step forward. I
Okay.
will accept your hospitality.
You got me. All right, so do this a little bit. All right, so the Forgekeeper steps forward, extends his hand out towards you. The fire is still pulled back to his elbow, as though he is expecting you to take it.
Okay, I will reach my hand out to receive it.
Okay, so you take his hand, he grasps it in yours. As he does this, the flames extend back from his elbow towards his hand, ripple over your hand, and climb up your arm. It hurts. It hurts. It's not causing blisters, but it is painful. It goes up your arm to your chest, head, covering your entire body. So now everybody sees Ina is wreathed in these flames that are kind of transparent at their base, but you see the flicks of red coming off her. And he leads you towards the vat of lava in the middle of the room.
Oh, great.
Are you walking with him?
I keep walking, yeah.
Keep walking. Okay. So he slithers up over the edge, and you see him gliding across the surface of the lava. He pulls up on you to get you to climb up with him.
Okay, I do.
He pulls you towards the center, and you feel the intense heat of the lava now radiating in front of you. Sweat is beading off of your forehead. And as he pulls you towards him, he says, "Trust me." He's trying to get you to step out. Okay.
Oh.
So you step onto the lava, but you do not float as he does. Your hoof goes into the lava up to the knee, and it finds kind of a solid surface. It does not burn. Hot. It hurts. It does not burn. Next hoof, and then the last two. So you are now knee-high in this lava, wading out into the middle. Everybody else, you see Ina and the Forgekeeper. As the Forgekeeper drifts down to get eye level with Ina, he reaches over with his other hand and takes your second hand.
Okay. And I have my tail like swished up over my back because I don't want it getting singed. Kind of proud of it. Okay.
You see everybody else, you see Ina. You are locked eyes with the Forgekeeper, Ina. And it's an intense burning in his eyes, a passion, a fury. So everything else kind of just blurs out around you. Everybody else, you see Ina and the Forgekeeper slowly start to lower into the lava, disappearing more and more out of view. Eventually, as your eyes pass down into the lava, you see his face disappear momentarily. You see nothing but bright orange and yellows as the lava swims around your head.
Okay.
And you hear him in your mind.
Your fire is powerful, but unbridled, and it must be harnessed to seek that which you seek. Fire that blazes uncontrollably destroys all. Fire that you temper can be used to create as well as destroy. There is something from within, something that stokes your flames, something that burns from your soul.
And at this moment, his words worm into your mind and recalls visions of the past. The instance that is driving and pushing your rage, you tapping into. Fire fills your view momentarily, and then it clears. And what is this vision, Ina?
I see me battling Zool far away from our tribe. Breathless, intertwining of bodies and rage, passion, anger. I'm going to show him up this time for sure. And we battle. We're sweaty. We're breathless. We're tired, but neither one of us is willing to give an inch. And just as I feel like I have the upper hand, I hear it in the air. And I look up and I see this huge shadow on the ground headed towards where the Yathana have set up camp. And I see the fire from the sky rain down and soak up so much. And we run. And I didn't think I could ever get madder than I was in that moment fighting Zool. And then I see my mother burning to a crisp. And I run to her and I fall on the ground and I hold her. And she can't even speak to me. And I run from tent to tent as I see the dragon circle back, just breathing fire. And I go to our soothsayer and I hold him. And he tells me, Aina, this is what you were born for such a time as this. And that was it. And that's all I remember. And that is what drives me.
As you look into the soothsayer's eyes, remembering this moment, the eyes kind of slowly transition back, and you see the Forgekeeper's eyes in front of you. Here, several seconds after you saw them disappear between the lava, the three of you see flames start to jolt, kind of jet streams of flame bursting out of the lava around, creating this giant circular curtain around the vat in the room, rising up, a furious bonfire in front of you. As the Forgekeeper looks into your eyes, Aina.
I see this foe. I see your fire that feeds you. You must find a weapon worthy of defeating this foe. A weapon that lines with your fire and harnesses it. The fates know of such a weapon. But now you must return. Remember, control your fire or it shall consume you and all those around you.
And at this time, the fire kind of washes out from the vat in the center of the room and disperses around all of you around it. You see Aina standing there, holding both hands of the Forgekeeper over the lava, several inches above it, and then come back down to rest, and they're both standing on it now. He turns, he releases one of your hands, Aina holds the other one, turns towards the party, and leads you toward the edge. Everybody else, you see Aina's hair, as the fire was kind of pushing it up, it is now fallen down around her. As your eyes trail down from her hair, you see this very bright, shining mithril scale mail shirt on, with these thick leather straps that go to the center of her chest, and in the center of her chest is this almost diamond-shaped red jewel that appears to be flickering with the arcane energy on the inside of it, extending down to where her waist is, and glowing in this bright red firelight, matching the fury in her eyes as she comes down from this moment, and leads you to the edge and lets you step off. I need you to go ahead and add the, and I hope you know how to spell this, Julia, the Aegis of Blazing Spirit to your inventory.
I will do that, thank you.
Forgekeeper comes down.
Shit.
Well, I don't know if that would work with anybody else, but it's not often I get to do that, so thank you for letting me share a piece of myself with you.
I will also thank him. Like, that was definitely an experience, and I will definitely take his advice.
Now, say the word and I will relight the forge. If you would all like time to prepare, then feel free to do so. I expect that the smelly ones, as you call them from above, would investigate the relighting. And they may not be friendly.
I have a healing potion. I'm going to go take that right now. Because, ow. I don't get to use my D4. Yay.
You see the salamander, the Forgekeeper, is now just kind of walking around, touching the stone walls, kind of soaking up the freedom, giving you all your space as you desire to. Also, you are, because of this process, Julia, you are attuned to that, and you are currently wearing it.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
That looked amazing, Anna. My goodness.
I walk over and I wanna. Can I touch it? And I like point to the heart. I mean, I'm just curious.
Oh, the jewel in there?
Yeah, like you look phenomenal. I'm just curious. That looks amazing. Like I pull out my scroll. Like I'm like, girl, I got you. I got you down. Like, look, this is entered the fire, submerged under the fire, blazing glory. She was consumed by and forged in the heat. Like, I got you.
You look like you stepped out of a myth.
That's cool.
You know, coming from somebody with your vocabulary limit, I'm gonna take that as the best thing you could ask for. So, like, I immediately roll.
I'm gonna punch him right now. I'm just
no, it's a good thing. She said it's cool.
That is the most backhanded compliment I've ever fucking heard.
No, she said it was cool, meaning I wrote a story about her.
With my limited vocabulary.
You only ever say like 10 words a day, and 9 of them are, I'm gonna kill you, Lycus.
Lycus, shut the fuck up.
Thank you.
Fuck up.
Thank you, Cyanus.
I found a bottomless pit, and you are digging a hole deeper than that.
Oh, I don't understand why everyone's hating on me.
I understand that you meant well.
Lycus, I'm not hating on you. I'm just trying to not have you get fucking murdered right now.
You meant well. You truly meant well. You gave a marvelous. The end of your sentence was spectacular.
I'll touch your jewels later. It's fine.
Yes,
yeah, you won't.
Jesus Christ.
My eyes hurt. I don't get it.
Does anyone happen to have another healing potion I can swallow down? Because
I toss her one from my bag.
Thank you. Oh my god. I think I have frostbite. That was the first one gave me 7, and then this one is also giving me 7. Thank God. There we go. Right. I'm functional.
All right. So what we doing, guys?
I'm gonna go look for some motherfucking adamantium short sword. You know what I'm saying? Like, woo!
Okay.
Let's light this forge up, bitches.
Yeah, let's light it up.
Yeah, let's light it.
After that gloriousness, yeah, I trust this guy.
Just because I'm adding it to my my inventory, the adamantium trident is just equal to a regular one, except it just rolls.
The only thing is that it crits when you hit an object. Yes.
Okay.
Indeed.
Right,
check something real quick.
That is good to know. Okay, thank you.
Yep.
I'm gonna give it a whirl. I'm gonna swap out my sword for my trident and get the shield ready. I'm presumably still covered in cerberus guts, but
a little bit.
Yeah,
it's okay.
Oh, I got you. I run over and I like touch you, and your chest piece is immediately clean.
Oh, thank you. Especially
Like the
considering I ripped the shirt out that's under here normally to try and stuff the mounts in the elevator. There was so... Oh, God.
Yeah, no, you're good. I do prestidigitation is what I'm doing, where I can cleanse an article of clothing or something. So, like, cantrip. That's why I always remain in this amazingly immaculate, cleansed shape. You know.
Euron privately
Indeed.
kind of walks up to Ida and is just like, do you have any small kind of fabric-like thing? There is nothing under this armor, and it's killing me, Ida.
I will offer my blanket. That's the only soft thing I've got.
And she's just gonna shove it down under her armor and just go, oh, that's better. The chafing. My God, the chafing. Oh.
If you need something soft.
No, motherfucker.
I was just saying, I shed. Like, I could collect some for tonight, and I could give it to you if you just need a little bit
Stop talking! I'm not sure what was...
absorption. Just stuff it in there.
I'm not making pasties out of your hair.
I didn't know what you did with it or where you went with it. I'm just saying. I shed, and if you need something as a barrier, it's a fur-lined coat. Fur-lined coat! Whatever, you know, if you don't want to...
for
like,
tonight,
yeah.
considering you don't have a bedroll anymore. And neither do I, so...
I was about to say, I was like, neither do you, but you can.
So, as you're talking, the Forgekeeper comes back up, and he's kind of just looking at you, listening to you all speak. So,
You ready?
y'all, yeah, I had heard somebody say y'all already relight the forge, just why.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Very well. Follow me. Not too closely. I don't want you to be burned.
So he goes into the room with the blast furnace, and you see him approach the black circular hole, 3-foot circular hole in the middle of the room. As you're standing...
Let me get away from it.
Yeah, you're fine. I'm not using the map at this moment.
Yeah.
As you're standing around him, some of you are a little bit closer to the vats on either side, and he waves you away.
Be careful, those. When I relight the forge, they may breathe fire.
And pushes you away, and you see him look around for a second, and then you just
watch for
kind
the
of...
vents on the floor.
That's what he was signaling towards. And so you see him kind of slither down into the hole. 5 seconds pass. And then you feel this slight rumble go throughout the mountain all around you. The cauldrons up ahead swing on their chains. The brass fittings on the bottom of these vats kind of clank a little bit. And then you see this puff of steam kind of escape and spread throughout the room. And then slowly the hole in the ground starts to turn dark red and then bright orange. And then these bits of black rock kind of roll out from it and scatter along the sides, and lava bubbles up out of the top, spills over the lip of the hole, and then immediately starts to fill all these rivulets and spiderweb throughout the room, going to each of the vats. So the floor is crisscrossed in this lava web-like brunish pattern, and the vats start to fill up. The Forgekeeper rises.
The forge is relit.
And then small flames burst out from these little vents that he told you to stay away from. You see lava start to spill in from the spouts on the top into the vats and into the cauldrons themselves, filling them up. You see him slither over quickly to one side of the vat and jerk on one of those levers, and the vents close, and they start to get hot and red. The bronze recoloring to a bright orange.
Those vents will fire off when it overheats to keep it from bursting.
Ina and Cyanus, you hear, in the midst of all this, the grinding sound of chains and metal on metal coming from somewhere deeper behind you. And you, after a moment, recognize it. It sounds like the elevator is moving, rising up from the bottom.
Hey guys, we might have company in a minute.
Then we're going to need to get into position.
Yep, he said that people were gonna come. So
It is the beasts.
they know how to ride the elevator, but they don't know the words, right? So it'll burn them, right?
He said there was one that talked.
When he visited me, he promised to release me if I gave him the trick to the elevator, and so I told him the password.
Oh God.
And then he ran. I smell them.
Alright,
I thought you said you didn't know what smell was.
I thought that is what the word you used for sense was.
It's a
No
different...
matter.
Another time, yes.
Another time.
Huh.
Let's prepare to meet and greet our friends and nuke them as soon as they open that door.
You want to meet him at the elevator?
Why not? They're trapped in one spot.
If things go poorly, you may be able to use this room. I remember they had many, and though you are powerful, you seem wounded from your previous battle.
Okay, so let's just do one shot and then everybody fall back, kind of thing. You know, we can stick and run.
I do have a trick I might be able to use to help us stand against some hits, but it will only be for people standing close to me. So
Come with me.
Block the hallway. Yep.
Come with me, Dark One.
Motions to Cyanus. Get you to follow.
okay.
Dark one.
Okay.
He slithers over
Go on, My Chemical
to...
Romance.
Get the fuck out of here.
No.
So, on either side of the vats in the room, the very far north and south sides of those two vats, okay, there's one of these levers. And the Forgekeeper explains that using these levers activates those vents.
I can superheat the forge and make these very powerful, and they will blow out upon anything in the way.
And now, seeing as how everybody is clear, goes ahead and lights up. He activates the switch, and you see fire shoot out from these vents in all of these areas. You can see them on the map. And I'm going to bring us over to the map view too.
So
On this,
would it
everybody
only
can see
be
them.
those 6 squares affected?
It would.
Okay.
So those are where the vents shoot out with fire. He does that, and then he closes it real quick, and you see this burst of flame. And then it kind of instantly recedes, kind of like a pop-off valve. And then he slithers back over to the center of the room, beckoning you to follow. And he points up to the cauldrons. They're now kind of, you can see from the glow coming off them, they're full of lava. He points to 2 levers that are on the very middle portion of the vats there, just off to the side.
These levers activate the cauldrons. They will dump down anything into this square right here.
And you see that they're designed so that they'll dump cauldron probably into old containers or something, so they could take the molten lava and bring it elsewhere for their smithing purposes. And anything that splashes down in them, there's a little bit of a catch, and it'll drain back towards the center of the room into the circle. So, essentially, what he's explaining is that on either side of all the vats, there's a lever that you can pull to activate the flames, and it'll work on all of them at once. So you pull any one of these levers, flames shoot out on all 6 of those locations. And then if you get towards the middle, and you pull one, the lever that's in the middle, that cauldron will dip over, the lava will pour into the center square right next to it, and then kind of drain into the center of the room. Does that make sense?
So it almost makes like a pool in the middle of the room?
Not so much, more like, let me see. Oops.
I'm just trying to
So yeah, I understand. It's a little bit confusing. That's why I want to make sure you understand.
Okay.
This square right here.
Mhm.
If something is in that square, it will get lava dumped on it.
Okay.
Essentially. And for the other cauldron, that square right there.
Okay.
So basically, the squares, if you
So
mention
like
the diamond
right
around
here
it,
or right here.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
And if
And
you,
you
want to
could
stand
be-
somewhere safe, it has to be the other two.
I'm moving Euron's token. You could be here or here on either one of those vats to reach the lever and pull it.
Okay.
Make sense?
Okay. And then the levers for the flame jets.
They're on either side of the vats. So here on for any of the vats. Down here,
Okay.
down here. Yeah. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 places to pull those.
Okay.
Makes sense? Now, and also, just so y'all know, mechanically, pulling a lever, they're kind of thing. It's not like it's an action to pull the lever. Just so y'all know.
Okay.
All right. So, is there any confusion from anybody about any of that stuff? Because I know it's kind of complicated. Okay.
No, I guess the question is, do we lure him back here? Do we attack him at the elevator? Do we try to talk?
They're going to come here regardless.
Maybe we can just start pulling some levers and slaying some people, or what do you want to do?
I think we should hold out back here because they're gonna have to come this way.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I immediately go check this back room area. Make sure we don't get cordoned off or pinched.
That leads up to that. You remember the big chasm we were looking at?
Yeah. The pit
It
of
leads out
the
to
pit of
there.
death.
Yeah, that leads
Oh.
up to the pit of death.
Oh, I'm so glad we didn't try to climb that. That would have been terrible.
Doesn't mean we
Okay.
would have avoided the elevator, but it's a hell of a drop.
About this time, you hear reverberate throughout the chamber as the elevator has clearly come to a stop. You hear the metallic ding, the doors slightly hitting stone as they kind of get pushed open. And that's where we're going to take a break. All right, so we are back. If you haven't already done it yet, I need everybody to roll for initiative.
Oh, initiative. We even got a factor yet.
I know. There's people moving. All right, so 20 to 25. Anybody? Okay. 15 to 20.
I rolled a
16.
16.
Both y'all 16?
Yeah, but he's got a higher deck, so you can go first.
Okay.
All right.
Why do I keep rolling so
And 10 to
much
15.
Have a 12.
Okay.
Alright, it just means you're getting your low rolls out of the way.
And you're on where you at? 5.
I have rolled single-digit initiatives in pretty much in the last couple fights. It feels like.
That's okay.
Hope that means I just do well when I hit.
All right. Turn that down a little bit. I'm messing up my ears here. All right. So, you hear from the direction of the elevator the sound of a voice carrying throughout the room. Go forth and be cautious, my friends. Cyanus, you have the initiative.
Okay.
What are you gonna do?
Just gonna get ready for, like, as soon as I see one of them, like, start coming into the hall, like, as soon as I see one of them start heading into the hall, I'm just gonna toss my spear at them.
Okay. You got it? I know. You have the initiative.
I am going to pull a chakram, and as soon as one enters my line of sight, I want to throw it at them.
Okay, you got it. All the dice are up.
By the way, where's Sally in all of this?
Well, thank you for asking, because he's actually up next. Yeah, same as troglodytes, so it doesn't really matter which order he goes in, but you see him look around.
I will superheat the forge so you can use it to your advantage.
And he slithers back down in the hole again. You see the lava go bright red, kind of surge for a moment, and now it's flowing much faster. So he can do so y'all can do the things that he was describing with those levers. Okay. So he's down there superheating the forge. So you see, you're on. You can see, Aina cannot see. You're on. You can see from the direction of the elevator, 3 or 4 troglodytes kind of hunched over, creeping in the room on hands and feet, looking around, low to the ground, like they're kind of scouting around, seeing everything that's going on over there.
I'll just hold up with the free hand, not free hand, the arm that's normally holding the spear, and just hold up 4 fingers.
Okay. And Lycus, you're up.
So I'm actually, if it's okay, I'm worried about this back passage, so I'm gonna run back here and kind of set oh my god!
As you go around the corner, you see.
I was gonna set a tripwire.
Also creeping up from behind, there's 4 troglodytes and 2 of those much bigger, muscular ones slowly creeping up the hallway towards you as well. They see you and they.
Y'all here?
5, 10, 15. So you move 15 so far.
Well, no, I was right here, or I guess I was in the platform. Was I there?
We'll call it 10 to give you the benefit of the doubt. You were between them.
Okay, yeah. All right. So I'm coming around the corner and be like, y'all hear the battle cry of my people in a manner in which you have never heard it before. It is so poetic. It is so powerful.
It's a high-pitched girly scream, isn't it?
And yet, it only comes out as the highest octave an instrument / vocals can actually unleash, but your desensitized ears just can't comprehend. And yeah, you hear this blood curdling. I don't want to scream in the mic, but and then I shoot this bitch.
Go for it.
I shoot the first troglodyte I see.
Troglodyte 6?
I can't. Yeah, I gotta zoom in if I get it.
That's fine.
Yeah, troglodyte 6. What the hell's that big brute? Oh, those are the brutes. Okay.
Yep.
Oh my god, I'm so happy I decided.
Oh my god, thank you.
I was like, I'm gonna set a tripwire because I'm paranoid as fuck. We're alright, so let's see if we do this. This is a 15 hit.
15 hits.
Alright, smoking for 14. Right between the eyes.
Yep.
He's surprised, I'm surprised.
Nails him right in the head. He doubles over backward 2 or 3 times. And he's dead. You knocked him out.
Okay. Sweet. See, I did my part. I just murdering some bitches. And then, 5, 10, 15. This is a pool of lava. 20, 25, 30.
Oh, you'd already moved 10.
Oh, yeah, you're right. So that's 10. That's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah.
Okay, hold on. 5,
Wait,
10.
I need to go 20, huh? Yeah.
Yeah. I was
5,
like, what?
15.
Where's your math at, bro?
My math don't work. 5, 10, 15, 20. I love these 5-foot squares. I just start pointing at it and I scream. I love that bloody curly scream. And I'm
You got
pointing.
it.
You got it. And I'm sure they would have heard that amazing death throw as I murdered that thing.
Call it whatever you want, buddy. That is fine with me. All right, you're on. You're up. What are you gonna do?
Right. I'm going to use my action, and I'm in, I guess, the center. I'm just, my posture is going to shift. I have the shield forward. I probably let out, I mean, I hesitate just, but it's basically the noise I'm thinking of. And I'm going to activate Shield Wall. Because I've forgotten to in every other combat, so I'm going to now.
All right.
That means that every ally who can see or hear me gains 2 AC as long as they're standing within 5 feet of somebody with a shield, and anyone with a shield gets an extra 1. So.
Okay.
So is that everyone?
Yeah. So that means since, that means Lycus gets an extra 2.
Hell yeah, Cyanus has a shield.
Cyanus, you get +1 because you're holding 1. Ina, do you have your shield out? I don't remember. No. You get +2 because you're standing next within 5 feet of me. And I get an extra +1 because I'm holding mine.
Correct.
Alright, so I'm so like without this my AC would be 17, with this my AC would be 18?
18.
Correct.
Okay.
So, simplify it. If you're wearing a shield, you get +1. If you are standing next to somebody with a shield, you get another +2.
Okay.
That means if you move away from somebody with a shield, that +2 drops off. So y'all pay attention to that, okay?
Okay.
And that's going to be it. And that's going to last for, I'll try and keep count, but it's for a minute.
1 minute. Okay.
10 rounds. Okay.
No.
That's right. That was your action. Is there anything else you're on?
No, I don't. Yeah, no. I will leave it at that. I'm gonna save my second win for if I take a win more damage.
You hear, "Go forth and discover the reason for the forge lighting as it is, as it was, as it will be." Cyanus, you're up. What are you gonna do?
First off, I'm like, Lycus, stay behind me.
Yeah, no. Go get him, killer. Don't forget, but actually, you don't want to go that way. You don't. Actually, we should probably both like hide in this corner, and we'll get him.
All right.
Don't come to us. No, yeah.
So, all right. I kind of want to just like move forward just a little bit, just so I can like see him.
Yeah, you can actually do what you want. Don't listen to me. He's scared shitless right now, like is this.
No, but I mean, like, I'm gonna move forward like a couple feet, and then try tagging him and move back if I can. So that's what, 5, 10, 15. 20, 25.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, bonus action dash. Oh, nice.
30.
Yep.
Okay. Seeing all of them down the hall, and I'm gonna chuck my spear at. Yeah, let's go for Trog 5.
Go for it.
Okay, and that's a 14 to hit.
14 hits.
Okay. And that's 11 damage.
11 damage. Grimstalker flies out, tears through his thighs, bounces off the wall, swings up the hallway, comes back to you. You catch it. It stumbles for a moment, blood dripping down his leg. He's still on his feet.
Okay. Bonus action dash and get back to Lycus.
Okay, you got it. All right. Ina, you're up.
Okay, I am going to, because I saw you're on motion that she could see them. I'm going to step up until I can see them. So I'm going to throw my chakram at Troglodyte 10.
Okay, go for it.
Does a 12 hit? Wait, no, 13. Does a 13 hit?
13 hits.
Oh, thank God. All right. Great. For 4 damage.
4 damage against Troglodyte 10. Got it.
And then I'm going to move back. But yes, sorry. No.
Flies out, you're good. It crosses over the lava. It takes on this orangish hue as it passes through, slices across his shoulder, ricochets off the stone walls, and comes back to you. It turns, you hear come out, and then you hear many, many feet and hands start clambering from that direction. Anything else I know?
I'm going to like look back at Cyanus and be like, there's more coming from this way too. So about to be a target-rich environment.
A little bit.
Let's go.
Were you able to target that thing? Is that why you have the arrow? I thought we couldn't do that. Or can we do that? Which one? No, we can't do movement. That's what it is.
Yeah,
Okay.
I targeted to make sure that I wouldn't have disadvantage throwing my chakram at it.
Yeah, you're good. I was just wondering why the
range.
arrow was there. You're perfect. 100% perfect. All right, so Troglodyte's turn. Seeing that, Troglodyte 10, 15, 20, 25, 20. So he was 5 feet away. He's gonna come here. There, start stacking in here. Make sure I'm not giving them too much movement for you guys. Oh, fancy rounds, you broke on me. What are you doing? They start lunging in the front. They're going to attack you, but I got to move these guys back here too because they both got attacked. I'm just going to put him right there. Well, they're not going to attack you, never mind, because they're using their dash action. Disregard what I said. They're just moving. And the brutes are right after them, so they're going to move up too. Alright, so everybody's moving into position. You see all these troglodytes and these big bulky brutes just scrambling along. They're kind of going up against the walls, careening on the floor. You hear the scratch of nails on the stone floor all around you as they seem to be flooding the room from both directions now. Can go right there, and that means it is Lycus's turn. They all use the dash action to get to you, so
Yeah, no, that's fine. He hit the brute earlier, right?
no, he did not. You both hit a troglodyte. The wounded one is right in front of you. Wait, let me check. Yeah, right in front of you. He's hobbling really badly.
Okay, yeah, then I'm gonna go for a this is not gonna be pretty. I'm gonna go for a short sword attack.
Okay, go for it.
19.
All right. So that was a 19. I need you to first give me a Constitution saving throw because you're starting your turn within 5 feet of the troglodyte.
Oh, yeah. Well, you want to just take that 19?
Well, so you can use lucky.
No. I'm
Oh,
saying
for 19 for that? It's up to you.
Since
It's up to you.
my first D20 roll was
Yeah,
a
it's up to you.
19. Yeah.
You want to take that or use that as one of your attacks?
No, I'll use it as the save, and then I'll just do it just to keep
Okay.
it in line with the first one.
All right, so that was your con save. So you are immune for the next hour.
So I got a 16 plus 4, 20 for the short sword attack.
That hits.
Yeah. 1d6 plus... Sorry, 1d6 plus 3. 6 damage.
All right. He clambers up next to you. A quick sword slash across the throat. Comes in front of you, bounces off the vent, and is kind of twitching on the ground. His leathery skin smelling awful. He's dead.
And then I'm gonna run. I'm gonna. Fuck, I don't want to abandon him. I'm gonna run here. We'll see what happens.
Okay, you got it. You're up. Was that everything, just Marcus?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that's all for me.
You're up. Constitution. Well, you're immune to poison, so disregard.
No, I'm good. Alright, I'm going to use my nice new trident and sink a hole into this guy.
Okay.
Ooh, that is a 22 to hit.
A 22 hits. Also, your microphone's a little low. I don't know if you moved it or something like that.
No, I think I'm just talking quietly.
Okay.
That help?
Yeah.
Okay,
Thanks.
Talking my normal volume. That was a hit, and damage. That is a 7.
7. All right. Trident slams out. You see 3 wounds appear just above his hip, like a bolt of lightning. You jab out and come back. He looks down at it, scratches a little bit, making the holes even deeper, and flings blood at you as he surges towards you. Is there anything else?
Nope. I am going to save my action surge for when. I'm going to save it for a brute, or if I need to pull a lever. I'm just going to look at Ina and just go, let's do this.
All right. Cyanus, you're up.
You're muted, bud.
First off, I'm gonna do the whole like con save because there's a shrug right there.
Thank you.
That's a 17.
Okay, you save. You're immune for 1 hour.
Okay. And then I'm gonna stab Trog 4.
Go for it.
And that's a dirty 20.
Nice. Roll for damage.
That's 10 damage.
All right, you got it. Grimstalker flies out, cuts across his neck. Blood starts dripping down as it comes back, and shields up. You're ready. He's still standing though. He's coming at you.
Okay.
Anything else?
Then I'm going to disengage and move to here.
Okay, you got it. I know you're up.
Okay, I am going to do a 180 and charge out Troglodyte 4.
Okay, you can do that. Provoke an opportunity attack.
Yep.
All right.
Oh, I probably need to do my con save first, though, right?
You do. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Uh, 12.
12.
Yes.
You save, so you're immune for an hour. Are you gonna rage or no?
I cannot.
Okay, just double checking. So that's a. As you turn to charge the other direction, he snaps out at you. 14 to hit.
No.
It clamps down onto the shoulder piece of your shining new armor. Kind of, you hear some teeth snap as it recoils in pain. Go ahead.
And I would like to
Maybe next
sentinel
time,
attack that
sucker.
thing.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and sentinel attack. Go ahead, Anna.
Did you mean Ina or you're on?
I was telling both of you. Let her go, and then you can sentinel attack the other one.
Okay, so as I'm charging, I'm going to be pulling out my Warhammer.
Okay.
Swing. 22 to hit.
That's a hit.
We.
I rolled a 10 plus 5, so 15 damage on Troglodyte 4.
You see him charge across, narrowly missing Cyanus. Giant sideways swing with Pythor's Warhammer. His head kind of pops off, rolls to the other side of the room, coming to rest against the dead troglodyte on the floor. Anything else?
Nice. Yeah, now I'm gonna swing at. Oh, sorry, brute 3.
All right, go for it.
Does a 15 hit a brute?
A 15 does hit a brute.
Or 9 damage.
9 damage. You got it. The warhammer jams into its chest. You slam him up against the stone vat. It rocks kind of precariously, worried about the lava overhead. He pushes the warhammer off and lunges towards you. You heard him, but he's up.
Okay, cool. That's it for me.
All right. That means
and my sentinel
attack
was an 18 to hit.
18 hits.
And for 8 damage.
8 damage. As his neck was extended, biting out an Ina, it started to recoil, breaking its teeth on her armor. You take your... What were you using, the trident?
Trident, yep.
Trident thrusts out, slamming into his neck, the middle spear going right through the middle. You rip it off, you kind of jerk his body towards you, and fling him down on the ground next to you. Alright. Troglodytes are up. Well, hell. Troglodyte 1, they are going to surround Ina because she's in her face. These troglodytes, the brutes go after the troglodytes in initiative, but it's right after, so it doesn't really matter. They're going to come in and just zerg around Euron for the moment because that's all they can reach anyway. Let me check movement. All right, and more are going to come in behind them. All right, so Ina, let's resolve you real quick. Troglodyte bites out at you for a 21 to hit.
Yep.
And that is 4 piercing damage. And claw number 1's an 11. Claw number 2 is a 13.
Nope.
All right. I gotta do the troglodytes first because they're on a different sheet. All right, so you're on. You got 4 troglodytes coming out at you to swarm you. First bite, we're doing troglodyte 11. That's a 6.
Misses.
First claw is a 13.
Misses.
Second claw is a dirty 20.
That unfortunately hits.
Okay, so that is 5 piercing damage.
Okay.
Troglodyte 8, that's an 18 to hit with a bite.
That misses.
All right. And then a 12 to claw, and then a dirty 21 with a claw.
That one will hit.
And that is 14 piercing.
Fuck.
I'm sorry, not 14. 4 piercing. I was rolling at the same time. Troglodyte 1, the first bite is a dirty 21 to hit.
Yeah.
That's 5 piercing damage. And then a 16 with the claw, and then an 11 with the claw. Troglodyte 10, 14 to bite, 5 to claw, and 6 to claw. So you see this flurry of leathery nails and mouths jumping at Euron, and she's bringing the trident up, shields coming around, dancing in this very martial way, keeping all these attacks off of her. The brutes are up. I know there's 2 on you. So first one's a 21 to hit with his bite. And that is going to be 5 piercing damage. And then a 17 to hit with his first claw. Is that a hit?
Yes.
Okay. So that is 6 piercing damage as a claw rips across your body, and then a 15.
Yes.
15 hits? Okay. That's another 7 piercing damage as a second claw rips across your body. Second brute's up. That's a 10 to hit with the bite. And then a dirty 20 with his first claw. And that is 6 piercing damage with his claw. And then a 9 to hit with the second claw. Alright, so they are done. Lycus, you're up.
Fuck me. I'm going to shoot. Oh my god. You're on. Alright, I'm shooting the troglodyte one. I gotta give her a way out. I'm feeling lucky on this roll.
Okay.
Okay, thank God it's an 18. Yeah, it was a 2 the first one. So I'm gonna do that 14 damage to troglodyte number 1.
Okay.
To try and give her an opening.
All right. So you're on. This troglodyte snapping out at you with his face, and all of a sudden you see its head kind of go limp in front of you, and it crumples as a dart from behind nearly decapitates it. It was a
That
badass
is
dart.
a beautiful sight.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be like, "You're on! Get over here!"
I'm coming.
And then I'm gonna run to the pole chain area in this region.
Okay.
Aya doesn't have her shield up now. Oh god, she's in so much trouble. I give Ina I give her a bardic inspiration. I'm gonna just call off her and be like, "You got it. Good luck. You got this."
Okay.
Just trying not to freak the fuck out.
You got it. Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Sorry. You're on. You're up.
All right, this is gonna be fun. All right, I think I know what order I'm gonna do this. All right, so I'm gonna use my action, and I cannot tell what number that is. 8. I'm gonna
Okay.
try and hit number 8.
All right.
And
Go for it.
let's see if that works. Yes, that is an 18.
18's a hit.
And that is 8 damage.
All right. You got it. You heard him.
Yep, then I'm going to... Okay, let's make sure I get this sequence correct. Okay, bonus action, I'm going to use Second Wind.
Okay.
So that is a d10 plus 4, because I hurt a lot. That is a plus 9 to my health. And then I'm going to use Action Surge. My actions disengage, and I am going to run. And I'm going to go across from 10, 15, 5.
Yeah, 20 so far.
Yeah, 20. You know what? 25. I'm going to go stand right by the vat lever.
Okay. Up against the stone vat. You got it.
Yep.
That's it.
And that is it. Huh. Ow.
All right. From the direction of the room where you met the Forgekeeper, you hear, "What ho! We have interlopers? Destroy them, my friends! The forge is ours!"
Your
Sinus,
arm's
you're
just
up.
gonna yell back, just like, "Come at us, motherfucker!"
How rude.
The gods send their regards.
Sinus, you're up. Can't hear you if you're talking.
I keep forgetting that I mute myself on Zoom. All right, so I'm gonna move over to Ina first,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna stab Troglodyte 3.
Go for it.
Okay, and that's a 13 to hit.
13 hits.
Yep. Let's annihilate this motherfucker. 10, 13, 15, and 19 damage.
All right. You see the troglodyte engage with Ina, scraping out at her and trying to bite her. You come across, Grimstalker slams through one side of his ribcage, comes out the other. You twist as you pull it back. He kind of slides up against you, and you push him off into the ground. Anything else?
Then I'm just gonna move right beside Ina and kind of try blocking the brute's path.
Okay. You got it. Ina, you're up.
Okay, I'm going to swing at Brute 3 again.
Go for it.
10 plus 7. 17.
That's a hit.
For 9 plus 5, 14 damage.
14 damage. All right, bring your warhammer around, catches him in the shoulder. His arm goes limp. He's still up.
All right. That's it for me.
Okay. Troglodytes and then the brutes are up. So, let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20. They are going to rush in here and just try to kind of surround you guys. Oh, you double click on these things. Surrounding Euron. I'm just going to remove the brute now.
Euron's just looking over and just like us? What are you gonna do? Do it fast.
Alright, so we got one troglodyte attack again, well, multi-attack against Ina. Let's see, that's a, don't lie to you here, 17 with a bite attack, Ina.
Yes.
3 piercing damage.
Okay.
And a crit on the claw. So that is 9 slashing damage.
Okie doke.
And then a roll to 1 for its other claw. 2 against Euron. First one's a dirty 23 Euron for the bite. That is 4 piercing damage. And then another crit for a claw.
Ow!
Which is 7 slashing damage. And then an 8 for the second claw. And the last one was just troglodyte 10. It's a 22 to bite, which is 3 piercing damage, and then a 7 with a claw, and then a 14 with a claw.
Okay.
You're good? All right. And then the brutes are up, so 2 more against Ina again. Well, we'll roll for number 4. This is number 3 going against Ina. Definitely gonna do that. So that's a 9 to bite Ina, and then the first claw is going to be a 22, and that is 6 slashing damage.
Okay.
And then that's an 8 with the second claw.
I'm down.
You're down? Okay.
Yep.
Troglodyte 4, not being stupid, is going to go after Cyanus. That's a dirty 20 to hit Cyanus.
Yep.
That's 6 piercing for the bite. And then he rolled a 1, and then he rolled a 15 for the claw.
Yep.
Is that a hit? We're good. You good?
Yep.
Good.
So
All right.
I only took that 6 damage.
Yep. Okay, so that's the troglodytes and the brutes. All right. Lycus, you're up. Ina is down.
Yeah, I'm going to pull the lever that shoots fire.
Okay.
Pull the lever, Kronk.
Yeah.
All right. So, 1 second here. Double check that. That is... Troglodyte 8. Troglodyte 11. And Brute 1, right? Alright, so Troglodyte 8, Troglodyte 11, and Brute 1. Alright, so he pulls the lever. Intense heat just flares out of all these vents. Troglodyte 8 and 11 just get completely immolated from the ground up, their skin turning black and charred as it crumple up and twitch for a little bit before falling on the ground. Troglodyte Brute 1, flames hit him on one side, the entire side gets charred. He kind of ducks out of the way as much as he can. You see smoke rising off of him. That arm's limp, that leg is kind of limping along as well. He's hurt really badly. But 8 and 11 are dead.
Hell yeah.
All right.
And then I'm going to just start like a small chant, if you will, for a hero to come return, and then I'm gonna cast a healing word on Ina.
You got it.
So healing word at level 1, 1d4 plus 3. 1d4, sorry. That's a 3, so 6 health back to her.
Thank you.
And I'm gonna just cry out, "You're on!"
Okay. You're on. You're up.
Say this would hurt me more than it hurts you, but I'd be lying. And pull the lava lever.
All right. Second. I need more die. All right. So you pull lever. The cauldron.
And I'll kind of hold my shield up to make sure no droplets land on me.
This massive font of lava pours down. 8, 11, 17. 29 fire damage to Troglodyte 10. So you see him get completely subsumed by this lava that pours around him. For a moment, it looks as though he's a lava statue before it melts him down and carries him away into the pit, the hole in the middle of the floor. And re-see the lever real quick. It goes back up, starts collecting more lava. Is there anything else?
Just so I'm clear, how long does it take for that to refill?
1 round.
Okay. I'm gonna stay right where I am. And
Okay.
actually I'm gonna look at that brute looks really messed up, right?
He does.
I'm gonna push the lever up and I'm just gonna look at him and just go, "You want some too?" Yeah, your mother. Get over here.
All right. This guy is up. So you see, lumbering in the chamber, this really, really rotund, blubbery, kind of waddling in troglodyte. He has this nasty-looking cape. It's kind of sticking to his leg as he walks in. This rudimentary shield and this piece of what appears to be shiny metal, like an ingot form, as a scepter. On his face you see what appears to be glasses, and they're whirling and changing with colors, and they dissipate, and you see red eyes behind him. What is this? These intruders are taking over our forge! What are you doing, dying? Get back up! Get back up!
Good Lord,
Cyanus.
what nightmare did you come out of?
Cyanus, you're up. What are you gonna do?
I'm just gonna go ahead and lash out at Brute 4.
Okay.
And that's a 16 to hit.
That's a hit.
Okay. And since Ina's back up, more sneak attack damage.
Yes.
10, 15, 16, and 18 damage.
All right. Grim Reaper finds home and draws a lot of blood. Still up. Anything else?
Not yet.
Okay. Ina, you're up.
Okay, I'm going to try to take down Brute 4.
4. Okay, so you hop up, swing your warhammer.
I'm gonna hit it because I rolled a 16 plus 7, so 25.
You hit a little bit, yeah. You may find home with that hit.
Maybe. Okay, or 11.
11. All right. So Cyanus pulls Grimstalker out. You hop up on your feet and quickly rise up, wham, bringing your warhammer up, knocking it on his chin, kind of caves into its skull as it lumbers backward before falling over like a tree. It's dead.
Perfect. Then I'm going to swing at Brute 3.
Okay.
hopefully finish him off as well. Does the 13 hit a brute?
I
13.
forget you have your bardic inspiration. I don't know if you
13.
used
13 barely hits a brute.
For 9.
9. All right, you popped up, knock that, you swing it around, reverse throw, and just kind of slam it behind you. You feel it impact the back of the brute's skull, and you hear this vicious as he pops forward. His head's kind of smashed in half. He leans up against the vat and slides down dead. You guys are doing work. All right, anything else I know? You
I'm
did
just
move
gonna turn around and be like, all right, let's get this bread.
All right. Troglodytes are up. They did see those fire jets in that cauldron. Let me make an intelligence check for all of them. Nope. Yep. All right, so Troglodyte 9 knows, they're not stupid, by the way. Troglodyte 9 ran out. He didn't catch on to it, so he is going to rush up to Euron, and so is the brute. But Troglodyte 8 knows what's going on. 10, and he sees them, so he's going to run up here to Cyanus and Ina, and the king is going to come stand in the middle. Well, not the king's turn, I forgot about that. King goes before, different initiative than anybody else. So the two Troglodytes, and Troglodyte 12 is going to go up against Cyanus. So let's see, that's a 10 to hit with the bite, a 19 to hit with his first claw, Cyanus.
The claw hits.
Yep. So that is going to be 3 slashing damage,
Done.
and then 8 with the second claw.
Nope.
Euron, that's a 13 to hit with the bite, a 14 to hit with the first claw, 11 to hit with the second claw.
I'll miss.
The brute rolled a natural 1 on his bite, a 9 with the first claw, and then a 13 with the second claw. So they come charging in, they're scratching through their burnt up comrades on the ground, just trying to get any bit of skin. Shields are flying, spears and tridents are all over the place. You guys are standing here like fucking heroes. Lycus, you're up. What are you gonna do?
Lycus, they're absolute idiots. Go for it.
Let's not piss them off in case they decide to get a little smarter. And then I'm gonna shoot one.
Okay.
Actually, God, yeah, I gotta.
You can pull the lever again.
Well, I only get one. What is? Okay, Troglodyte King guy. He's wearing metal.
No, he's largely
like hides.
outfitted the same way. It's kind of a really crappy version of armor. Skins mostly, bits of
Okay.
wood.
Okay. What's he wielding? You said it just looks like a big club.
It looks like a giant metal ingot.
That's just stupid.
I know what you're doing.
Well, of course. Now I gotta go run over and heal Ina. I just have to. So I'm gonna run back over here, lay my hands upon.
I'm
her.
barely hurt.
Yeah, just
Tis but a flesh
like
wound.
once, yeah, tis but a
wound.
flesh wound indeed.
It's a scratch.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for a level 2. So that's 3. That's 7 plus 3. 10 health back to you.
Thank you.
And then I'm gonna call out inspiration for Euron. You get a bardic inspiration. That's my last one.
You got it.
Thank you.
And that's actually my last level 2 spell as well.
All right. Is that it, Lycus?
Yes.
All right. You're up.
Ka-chunk.
The brute number 1. So where did? Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Lava flows out. Kind of the same exact thing that happened with the other troglodyte, except this is a much bigger lava statue before it eventually melts away and creeps down into the hole in the middle.
Is it bad right now? I'm suddenly hungry.
What? Anything else?
And, no, I'm just gonna give that, just kind of stare down the king.
Okay.
And just give him a wave. Actually, I'm gonna wave at him. I'm gonna be an asshole, and I'm just gonna wave at him.
All right. So Trog King is gonna move up, and he is smart. Maybe you might be able to pull him somewhere though. He is going to lash out with a bite at you, Euron. That is a 9 to hit.
Misses.
First claw is a 18 to hit.
Misses.
Second claw is a 19 to hit.
That one hits.
Okay. And that is going to be 6 slashing damage. Just rakes across your chest, draws blood pulling from your neck.
6? Sorry, what did you say?
Yes, 6 slashing damage. And he is going to bonus action. Okay. Sinus, you're up. What are you gonna do?
First off, I'm gonna hit Trog 12 with my spear.
Go for it.
That's a 13 to hit.
13 hits.
Okay. 11. 16. 22. 23.
23, you say?
Yep.
Okay. Grimstalker comes out, slashes through, narrowly missing the Troglodyte's king on the other side as you rip it through. This nasty wind comes out of his lungs as he falls on the ground before you. The king looks over at you. How dare you! Is there anything else, Sinus?
Then I'm gonna use my Clever as the Gods against the Troglodyte King.
Okay, you got it.
Give me a insight check.
That is going to be a 22.
Okay. And I rolled a 19.
Okay.
Never mind. So.
Alrighty. That's okay. That was a good try, man.
Yeah.
Is that it, buddy?
How dare I? How dare you, fatty?
You insulted my weight.
Good, you have ears.
What is he talking like, if I can interrupt that? Like, he seems very prim and proper for a troglodyte. Is it more like, is there an accent? Like, he sounds like a gnome, or he sounds like a human. I'm just out of curiosity here.
It sounds pretty much how I'm putting him out there. As far as pinning on a particular race or something like that, no.
Okay, that's what I wasn't sure. I'd be like, oh, he sounds more like a gnome, but he looks damn well like a troglodyte. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
You got it. I know you're up.
Okay, I am going to come up and start swinging on the Troglodyte King.
Go for it.
Rolled a 13. So 20. 20 to hit, a dirty 20.
It's a hit.
For 14 damage.
All right. Warhammer comes around, slams to his stomach. You see it kind of this wave action as it hits him. It knocks the wind out of him for a second, but he recovers himself. He's still up.
I'm gonna look at Sinus and be like, it's all fat too. I didn't hit no muscle.
It's squishy.
All right. Anything else? Okay. Troglodytes are up. There's one troglodyte left. You see here the Troglodyte King doesn't do anything. Disregard that. His first bite attack is a 12 to hit. Euron.
Misses.
Then a 6. And then a 7. So he's lashing out furiously at you. he can't seem to find hold, so he is going to... He was the stupid one. I can't take that back. All right, he's the stupid one. He's staying there. Doesn't matter. Brutes are up. There are no brutes. Lycus, you're up.
Lycus, dear, would you mind pulling that switch?
Certainly, dear. Do you mean this switch?
Yes, I most certainly
And I
do.
absolutely just rip that son of a bitch out. Oh, no,
Oh.
no, I don't, because I'm
There you go.
Tiana in the switch.
Oh.
Do it. It's fine. Do it. Do it.
Yeah, it's done.
I have a healing. Wait, no, I don't.
It's fine. Like, I look over at Euron, I'm like, absolutely, darling. And then I pull it, and I look at Ida, and I'm like,
It's okay. It makes for a moment. I like it. All right. Let's see. So that is going to be
Sorry.
No,
Oh
she's just practicing her firewalking.
16 fire damage. You have resistance, so half to 8 to you, Ina. As Troglodyte 9 just immolates around you. A 16. He rolled an 18. So you see him. He gets all charred up and starts to crumple. And then the king looks at him, staring at him. I told you not to die! And he kind of slowly holds on to life somehow. Let's see. Anything else, Lycus?
shit. No. I think I've done enough damage for today. I'm gonna, like, hide way back here. I'll be like, Euron told me to do it! And then that's it. That's my turn.
You're on. You're up.
I'm not sure I really need to stab that troglodyte, but I'm just going to, He's very charred.
And the
just gonna skew-
Troglodyte 9, yeah. He's
I'm gonna skewer him.
Go for it.
Alright. Yeah, that is a 23.
It's a hit.
For 9 damage.
All right. Trident goes through, rip it out. The charred skin kind of comes off and flakes around it, peppering the air, and he stumbles for a moment. The Troglodyte King looks at him furiously, but can't hold on this time. I'm rolling shitty, guys. It's good for y'all. All right, is there anything else you're on?
I've already used my action, so I just can't really do what I wish I could do. Yeah, no. That's all I can do.
Okay. Troglodyte King is up. So he is going to reach out and grab Euron, or try to grab you. So I need you to give me an acrobatics or an athletics check, please, Euron. And that I rolled a 19.
That is a nat 20. So
Good.
25.
All right. So he reaches out with his one free hand, kind of tosses his shield to the side and reaches out with it. More flavor than anything. And starts to pull you underneath where the cauldron goes. You sense what's coming. You slam your shield up. You hear his elbow kind of
Bite
snap,
him.
and he lets go. Your snakes come out at him.
No. Yeah, there's all the snakes just like fly out and like hiss in unison. And it's,
He
like,
is
right in
going
his
to.
eyes.
You got it. He's going to do a noxious breath at Ina. Bonus action. That is a. Wait, no, I don't know why I rolled. That's a DC 15 con save for you, Ina.
I rolled a 15 plus 4, so 19.
Okay, so you save. So that is 7 rounded down to half. It's 3. So you take 3 poison damage as this just fills your nostrils, makes you sick to your stomach really badly. Fight back the urge. It's not the same as the normal stench. That's it. That's all he can do because he's not going to move away. He's not stupid. So that means Cyanus, you're up.
Yeah. Just gonna walk basically right up to him and try kicking him down the hole.
Okay.
Is he big? Is he small enough to?
I mean, it's going to be close. He's really big around, and it is a 3-foot hole, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. So you gonna take the shove action? Basically, what you're doing. Okay. He's gonna make an athletics check. You need an athletics check as well. He rolled a 19 again.
And I rolled a dirty 20.
Okay. So you shove him back 5 feet. And give him a dex save, and that's a nat 20. But we'll say he goes prone. So you kick him out. Kick out with your foot. Wham! Spartan style. He goes flying. How dare you! And he kind of gets stuck in the hole for a moment. His big body just blocking all passage. And there is lava down there, so I'm gonna give him some damage for that. Because why the fuck not? That makes sense, right? So he is going to take 8 fire damage from the lava that is burning his backside. He starts to scramble to try and get up. And he is prone right now.
Right.
Anything
Looks
else?
looks like you need to drop some weight, my guy.
I am very comfortable. All right. So we put him right there over the hole for now. Okay. Is that it, Sinus?
Yeah. That'll be it for me.
Hey,
I know you're up.
I am going
There's
to
this
like.
game in the city called Whack-A-Mole.
I was thinking that, but I was thinking also, if I pulled this lever right here, the lava would flow down to that hole. Yeah.
Yeah.
In theory, yeah. Mechanically, I'd have to wing it, but yeah. Because he's kind of in all of those, so yeah.
Well, it would like just like pull around him and like maybe help suck him down there.
Sure, we'll see what happens. We'll roll for fun.
Okay. I'm going to walk over to this lever and stare him like right in the eyes as like I pull it.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Roll me a d20. He's either going to get sucked down the hole or he's going to take a lot of fire damage.
I rolled a 10.
10. I'm gonna roll a dex save for him, which he fails. All right, so the lava comes down to the cauldron. It starts pooling up around him, and it starts to burn his skin. That metal ingot kind of floats away out of his grasp. As it's pooling around him, he starts
like
to kind
bacon.
of float a little bit. The smell is horrible. You get the sense you can either kick to try and shove him down the hole or let the lava pool around him and start to flow over him. What would you like to do?
I'll let the lava just like flow over him. I want to maintain eye contact as long as possible.
Okay.
Can you save those glasses, Ina?
Oh, I guess I could. You could like go down and pretend like I'm reaching out to help him and just take his glass and be like, psych, thanks.
All right. He is really fucked up. The lava starts going around his body. His skin is burning and melting. He's blistering up. He's not dead yet, though. His lava is hurting him really badly. He's just kind of being tortured there. Is there anything else, Ina?
Can I take the glasses off his face or no?
Yeah, we'll say it's a free object interaction. Just get a little bit closer to do it. Get within 5 feet of him.
I'll get within 5 feet. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll hold my breath. Do it.
No, my glass! Oh, my glass! All right. Lycus, you're up.
Y'all some nasty motherfuckers up in here.
I'm trying to temper my rage.
We are in a forge.
I look at him. Do you give up?
I yield. I yield.
All right. I disarm him. Like, I start taking his weapons, taking his stuff, and if it's peaceful, I mean, if it's out of initiative, like, I'll start to bind him.
You'd have to pull him. You'd have to pull him. He's blocking the lava right now. You'd have to pull him up out of the lava to do that. I mean, you could do it, but he'd still be in lava. You have to jerk him up real quick if you want to.
Yeah, I'm not getting in lava. My clothes. You see how I just got these pressed? I mean, I'll hop over here and be like, do you yield? You know, are there more? And he's gonna say all that, and I'll be like, all right, y'all. He says he gives up. Maybe he knows something we need to, you know, maybe he knows something. Maybe we should stop sucking him in lava. And then that's it. I'm not going in there to get him.
Okay. You're up.
How fucked up is he right now? Like,
He's hurting. He's burned all over. His skin's melting away. He's starting to see bone around the edges of his legs and arms as the lava is building up more and more.
I appreciate that you were shaking it. Like, I see the good heart, but she's gonna shove him down.
Okay.
Let's go. Vulcan, it's your forge. I offer this sacrifice to you. Stomp.
All right. Since it wasn't tied to anything else, I'm gonna give him a chance to try and dodge out of the way. So make an athletics check, but he only rolled a 3.
It's impossible for me
Okay, easy enough.
I have a +5 to athletics.
Of course, the fatty rolled like a bad athletics check.
This is Euron walk over and she picks up her leg and just kind of wham, heel stomps onto the center of his chest. He caves in a little more. The majority of his torso is now suspended like into the hole, getting sucked up. Just his feet and his arms on the outside holding, and then you see this dark red hand creep up from below, wrap around his waist, and jerk him down through, collapsing him in half and sucking him down. Lava rapidly refilling the hole behind him.
Enjoy, Sally.
Yeah, thanks, Sally.
And the area is now clear, as far as you can tell.
Right.
So, after a moment or two of you all looking around, the Forgekeeper climbs back up, nods to each of you, stands there silently, just looking at you, waiting to see if there's anything to say or whatever. There was that mithril ingot that was kind of floating on the lava that has now since come to rest on the ground. You picked up the glasses off of him, Ina, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna hand them to Euron because she's the one that like called out for them.
Okay.
Thank you.
And I have great vision, so I'm just gonna.
Everything's a little bit blurry for me, honestly. Let's see if these help. Come on.
Right. You place them on. Nothing. Your vision does not improve through them at all. What kind of mood are you in right now, Euron?
Triumphant?
Triumphant. Okay. Everybody else, you see as she puts these on, her eyes, although they are normally this kind of amberish color in their snake eye form, you see they glow bright yellow from behind the glasses.
It's a mood ring, except with glasses.
They're like, oh, what is that? What's wrong with your eyes? You got a little
confusion for emotion here. What do you mean?
I don't know, they're yellow. I didn't know you had yellow. Have you always had yellow eyes? No.
I mean, sort of.
Well, I mean, here, watch. Let me try. Can I go to get them and put them on?
Yeah.
Okay. You put them on. What kind of mood are you in, Lycus?
Scared because I just burned Ina, but I don't want to tell everybody. I'm kind of freaking out internally about it. Know what I mean?
Okay. You see, as Lycus puts them on, his eyes glow this pale grayish color. And also, Lycus, as you have them on, you sense this faint bit of magical essence coming through the spectacles to your head.
Your eyes are gray.
Yeah,
What are you talking?
I'm getting a little vibe. I'm getting a little magical vibe out of these. Can I do an Arcana check on them? Kind of see if I can inspect them.
Sure. Give me
get
your
anything
Arcana
out of
check.
it. I mean, obviously, I think I know what it is, but to make it legit.
We'll see. Give me an Arcana check.
That's gonna be flat. 13.
13.
Yeah.
You have heard of spectacles and that have magical powers. You sense that these have some bit of illusory magic about them.
Yeah.
Nothing in particular about these, though. What they seem to be doing with people's eyes rings a bell.
Okay. Yeah, guys, I ain't got a clue.
I mean, maybe whenever we get back into town, maybe Kira might know something. I don't know.
I might be able to. Here you go. I give them back to Euron.
She'll settle them on sort of on top of her hair,
That's
and
right.
just you see the different snakes kind of popping in to take a look, and their eyes are flashing different colors.
And then I'll just take a look at the ingot he had.
Okay.
'Cause it was
You
stopped up.
see, from your experience in mostly in Mitros and buying and selling in the market and just seeing things being bartered, this metal is extremely rare. This is a mithril ingot.
Oh, you don't find these around town anywhere.
Is it Mithril?
What are the odds you'd have guessed that first round? Absolutely it is. I mean, you got adamantium on my left, I got adamantium on my right, and
Do
you
you
just
remember
got
where we are?
in the adamantium hall.
We're in the Mithril mines.
Oh, see, you're smart. I knew it.
I'm very average.
Those are your words, not mine, honey.
I'm fully aware of what I said.
Hell yeah, we got mithril, y'all. We're gonna forge some awesome stuff. Okay, that's my spiel about the.
Thank you, Forge Master, for your assistance. Forgekeeper.
For sure.
As I said, I am in your service in as much as it pertains to the Forge. And I will do what I can to assist you here for 1 year. And then I shall return to the plane of fire.
Out of a curiosity, that little passage in the back over there.
Yes.
Do you happen to know where almost like a paddle boat might be?
No, I don't.
Okay.
The only thing they ever used that for was for docking the Ultros in long times past. When the mines were still active.
Okay. All right. Because I was gonna try seeing if we can just like get out of here, not from the elevator. And
Well,
I don't
hold
think
on
we
now.
just
I mean, we
want-
just massacred like all of the troglodytes, and we got the glasses of the Great One. Hell, we can go raid the troglodytes camp. Some extra good stuff. We got a forge. We got a troglodyte free camp. Why not?
At the
Hmm.
very
We know
least,
there's dogs running around.
I think maybe, well,
Well,
part of me thinks we should do a sweep for dogs. Just before
I mean,
we tell
yeah,
people
let's-
to come in.
Let's clear the forge. We're gonna have to clear the forge, bring in an army, and clear out the camps. Absolutely. We're gonna have to do something like that. But yeah, for now, I mean, we can at least clear the immediate area because y'all, we're gonna need somewhere to lay out. Like, I'm breaking
Yeah.
apart at the seams here. Ina, you look amazing and ready to destroy a giant, but I mean, I think you could, use a map.
My apologies, by the way, Ina,
Oh, don't worry about it.
for the fire.
I'm still standing. It's all good.
This time.
I must admit, fire suits you. No, all the way with that armor.
So,
I guess, is this the whole forge? Like, this is it? For what I saw, we explored it, right?
Yeah, I
what
think
we
we
have
I think
explored.
we
Oh, we didn't go north. Did we go north? Yeah, we did. I remember
Yeah, we
that
went
one.
north.
That
Yeah,
was
because the only thing up north was like a little workshop area.
Yeah.
Armor.
Do we
That's
get the
it.
sense that there would be more dogs running around than we've seen? Or we dealt
Well,
with
when
them?
the three-headed one like was like dying, he like called out and we heard like howling answering. So that's why Ina's assuming there's more. But if the DM says there's not, then there's not.
DM said nothing.
Do we get a sense that there are more a lot more dogs around, or just like a couple strays?
You know and have a sense for exactly what y'all just talked about.
Okay.
I mean,
I'm trying. You know I gotta
know.
try.
Oh, there's a difference between trying and fishing, Euron.
I like fishing. I have
I know.
fishing
I
tackle
love-
as
I
an
love
item
fishing too.
in my backpack.
I love fishing too. So,
Is anyone I know I said it as a joke, but I am hungry and I'm tired. Does anyone want to take a rest?
Yeah, but
I
where?
can take a rest.
I'm gonna
Where
go
we
over
can-
there and fish. I'm hungry.
Oh, and fishing. Oh, we're doing another. Oh, okay.
Short rest.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I thought I'm looking for a place. How late is it? Like, am I feeling like sleepy, or is it like that way I'm not sitting here like we need to find a place to sleep?
I mean, honestly, it hasn't really been that long since you
Oh,
guys
God,
last
you're
long
killing
rested.
me.
I'm just
So it's
letting
like
you know
still
it.
in the morning.
It
We've
really
done
hasn't.
a whole lot in a real short amount of
You
time.
have.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's still 10 a.m. We do more
I
at
mean-
9 a.m. than anyone else did when they woke up.
That's true. When you're kicking ass and taking names quickly, it's just kind of part of it.
Yeah, I guess we can ask the salamander, how do we make weapons in here? Or like, how does this work? And then I guess we could do a short rest kind of
I'm gonna go
scenario.
fish.
Now, more to the point of your question, you can always try and hole up for basically as long as you want. So I'm not saying you guys can't extend this out to the point where you would get to the point where you fall asleep and stuff, but it's not like you guys would fall down right now and instantly go to sleep and get a long rest. No, that's just not how it works. But y'all could camp out somewhere to recover and then get to the point where you fall asleep and everything else. It's up to y'all.
But yeah,
As far as-
just gonna go back around over here.
I feel like we would be exhausted though. I mean, like we went down the elevator, dealt with that, dealt with the dogs, now dealt with the trogs. Like, I'm tired. You know what I mean?
Well, I
I
think
do.
the question is where do we go from here? We know there's tons of trogs up top. We need to get to a safe place, or we need to get out of here and back to a camp where we are safer. We know we've got the forge.
Yeah.
I
and
guess. Well, what's down the waterfall?
Do I
It's-
see anything interesting now that
it's-
I have just walked off and gone to go fish?
It's just the stone pier and the waterfall, and then that lake that y'all saw coming in. And then there's a lever there, but
I'd like to pull the lever.
okay.
Yeah.
You
Let's do
pull
it.
the lever, and you hear this very loud, echoing stone on stone grinding sound coming up from somewhere up above, and this massive, giant piece of rock just kind of slowly comes out from the mountainside directly above you, 20-30 feet wide, and you see as it protrudes from the mountain, the pieces that are coming out and the configuration they're coming out, and it strongly resembles a massive dragon head as it shoots through the waterfall, creating an opening in the curtain of water that cascades down the sides and opens up the field for you to see. You can see the
amount of
lake in
ego
front of you.
Bastards had.
You can see the lake in front of you, and then the river Arcanum in the distance, continuing south towards Astoria.
They're dwarves. Naturally, ego.
We're talking about the dragon lords, but yes.
Oh, well, I mean, fucking jet dragons. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So we can get out this way? Does it look like there's a way we can get out without having to have a boat?
You could probably, since it's kind of hidden behind the waterfall up against the sheer rock face, you could probably go along the cliff face, careful not to fall into the water. It wouldn't be easy, but you could do it. Otherwise, you could swim out into the lake.
No, that's going to be death. All right, well, I think we need to go the way we came then to get out of here. We can take a short rest real quick, everyone get their bearing, and then I think we need to reassemble.
So, like, take a rest and then start making our way back to town?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I really want to go see that encampment. I really want to go see the troglodyte camp, if it's clear. But yes, if not, we need to head back into town and let people know we need to start getting some forces ready. We need to start getting the forge is lit. Let's use this thing.
Yeah, and Vulcan would have to be here.
Absolutely. Let's get Vulcan. Let's do this.
Okay.
Actually, since I made the when I kicked down the troglodyte king, invoked Vulcan as I did so. Would I be able to call out to him and let him know?
You could try.
Then I'll try. Just go. Vulcan, the forge is lit. I do not know whether you'll remember long enough to tell everyone, but please tell them the forge is lit, the cerberus is dead. You may return to your hole once again.
Okay, give me a religion check.
Oof. That's an 8.
8. Okay. You send your thoughts and prayers out to the world at large. You don't receive a response, though.
No. I hear nothing. Sorry.
Okay. So I heard a few things getting put around there. There was find a place to hole up for a short rest. There was just kind of camp out for a little bit of a longer time. They make it a long rest. Then there was investigating up top. There was heading back to town. Trying to make sure everybody's on the same page with where y'all landed.
Like,
I think it's going to be one of those as we're traversing through.
Okay.
We got to get out of here, so we got to go up regardless.
yeah.
You know. So I was saying, while we're going up, let's go ahead and check the. Let's go ahead and check to see if the camp's open. These might have been all of them. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Easy enough.
Yeah. Yes, maybe briefly talk to the Forgekeeper before we leave. Just say thank you that we will send. There will be others coming soon to use the forge. If they are sent in our name, treat them as you would treat us. Some may be dwarves. I'm sorry. I know you are. That is not ideal. But there will be dwarves. Please treat them as you would treat us.
I will keep the fires warm.
Thank you.
He slithers off and goes back into that central vat that you first found him in. Alright, so y'all are leaving this level, correct?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Going back in the elevator or climbing up the chasm?
Elevator. I ain't climbing up no damn chasm.
I gotta ask these questions. I'm making sure that you guys are I'm on the same page as y'all. Okay.
And then, who wants to pull the lever this time?
Well, now that we actually know the word, I can go ahead and do it.
What?
Alright, so you all get in the elevator, bring it down, that same familiar grinding sound starts. The elevator starts to rise up and you hear the trap activating. Sinus says the word real quick and everything calms down. You rise up back to the upper layer, you look around, there's nothing in your immediate vicinity that wasn't there prior. You have successfully cleared out the majority of the north. There was a hallway and the bridge that you didn't cross earlier. Everybody give me your perception check, please.
Oh, sorry.
18.
13.
12. Shit.
9.
9. Okay. Sinus, you said 18, correct? Okay. You hear, as you start to walk out into the room with the massive three-headed beast, faint sounds in the reverberating throughout the cavern of those guttural barks that the death dogs make.
Dogs.
They do seem to be coming from the south somewhere. You can't really make out where, with everything stone and all the hallways and whatnot.
Alright, guys. Dogs are probably down towards the camp. Let's make this real quick, real quiet. Let's get out.
Alright. We'll just make sure when they come, when others come, that they'll need to take a look there.
So y'all leaving the mines?
Yes, I think so.
Okay, making sure. Everybody give me a stealth check, please, since you're creeping on out.
Oh, shit.
That's 17.
Oh. Damn it, that was a nat 20. Oh. 14.
I'll roll one for Josh. Huh, natural 20.
I rolled a 12.
Okay. As you pass through the tunnel, headed south, underneath the bridge overhead, you hear spurts of barking sounds coming from above you and off to your right, so off to the west, as you're passing underneath the stone bridge. As you get to the crossroads of the passageway with the right-hand side headed south towards Troglodytes, and the opening of the mouth to your left, smell is obviously still there, but you don't hear anything, not like the general kind of guttural sound you would hear every now and then coming from before. And the path ahead of you leading outside to the waterfall ledge passageway is clear. Y'all are still headed out? Yep. Okay. You walk out onto the ledge passageway, the waterfall all around you. You get out past the point where you can see around it towards a lake at large. The sun is still up in the sky, but you don't see any movement around the banks of the lake. Nothing on the path ahead of you. You do see off to the... Get my bearings here. Northeast, a small column of smoke rising from a small colony of rocks, kind of similar to the ones you found the previous Centaur tribe in, off in the distance. The lake stretches out before you. Where you'd like to go and what you'd like to do is up to you. You're currently on the ledge leading down from the mines, but you have the scene.
I'm so tired.
Yeah, I am too.
Actually, maybe if we're on our way past, if we're walking past the lake, I'd like to just walk in and just start scrubbing off my armor, because there is blood and troglodyte of multiple different people and cerberus guts, and I'm getting all that off me.
You got it. Easy enough.
and hopefully I also come out with a fish or two for dinner. If I'm lucky.
Okay. So Euron is cleaning and fishing down by the lake.
I'll kind of sit at the water's edge and watch for fish.
I have an actual trident now. I can do that. That's what it's for.
Give me a survival check. Euron. Okay, so you have made it out of the mines. You're around the lake, the Great Falls of Arcanum. I'm trying to make sure I know what y'all's intent is. I know y'all were trying to get out of the mines, but as far as I know. 3? Okay. You don't come up with any fish right now, Euron. I'm sorry.
Oh, well, I tried.
Alright, so just gonna take a breather. And then get on our horses and head back to Astoria.
Yeah, I hope that was alright.
Wasn't there... no, we gotta talk to Centaur first.
Hi.
Oh, we saved a guy.
No, we didn't. Well, we did, kind of, sort of.
Okay, we
didn't
saved
assist.
a Centaur. But...
Yeah, but they said they were
He
like
also
on their way to
returned.
leave.
yeah, they were going somewhere, huh?
Yeah, Zool will make sure that he got back to his tribe.
Okay. Okay. I just wasn't sure.
They may not exactly have been happy for us to have, in their minds, interfered with whatever plan was for that man.
Yeah, also it's better if we don't get involved, because if Zool comes back with him, then there's a possibility that that tribe would join against Sidon and his bands of centaurs. So I would much rather that be who brings him back and what happens in that situation.
Okay.
We don't have to worry about it.
That's what I just want to make sure.
Everyone will walk out and it's just drenched. But way cleaner, looks a little better.
Oh, by the way, after we killed this Cerberus, Lutheria said she was very displeased we killed her favorite creature.
Good.
Oh, that's what she gets when she tries killing your guys' favorite creature, right?
Absolutely.
If she's aware that we were in there messing around, I'm sure other greater beings were too.
I expect some not very pleasant dreams tonight.
Yeah, at this point. I just want her out.
At this point, would it be better just to drink from the horn and pray for one of those vague hallucinations?
I mean, I wouldn't drink it right here.
Oh no. Heck no.
Yeah. Go back to town. Go to the tavern. All drink. Fall. Sleep.
And then,
Definitely game for that.
And then tomorrow we can just
Start planning the next step.
debrief everyone. Make sure everyone knows that we got the forge back.
Yeah. Yeah, I need to make sure Vulcan gets my Warhammer so he can forge some stuff.
What you were going to say, you'll get the Warhammer to his face for a moment.
I mean, I'm gonna have some words with him.
I mean, not with him, but I'd like to ask Kira if I'm not that any of that was exactly her fault. I imagine she didn't know that there was a password, but didn't exactly mention her father had a failing memory.
I don't know. He may not have told her. I don't know about
Yeah.
that. But we can let him know that the forge is ready and start tearing this up. But absolutely, let's get drunk. Let's get fed. Let's kick some ass, and let's go to bed.
And on a meta level, let's level up.
I mean, y'all were going to, but now you're not. Jeez.
I didn't say Joey.
No level for you.
Oh, man.
I mean, we're gonna cry about it. We can cry a little
Ooh,
longer.
can
That's
I use
fine.
Lycus as like target practice on the way back to town? Just
Wait,
like
what?
to get
What?
better at throwing my chakra?
Sure, of course you can. Make some attack
Like
rolls.
I don't want to like hit him. I just want to get like close enough to like maybe like trim his ends.
Get
Okay.
out of here with that nonsense.
And if you roll a 1, you will hit him. That's fine. Go for it.
I rolled an 18.
There you go.
Flat 18.
A little bit of a haircut.
Yeah.
Okay. So y'all are walking back. Are y'all? Again, I'm trying to keep up with you guys. Y'all are camping and then walking back. I mean, I'm hearing a lot of ideas. There's no, this is what we're doing.
I think we're walking up to the horses, hopping if they're still there.
Okay.
Hopping on.
Okay.
Going back to Astoria.
Okay. That's it.
And going straight to the tavern. Maybe if we could count it as like those of us riding, we could maybe count that as a short rest.
Yeah, you can make it a short. That's fine. Yeah, traveling an hour undisturbed is a short rest. Sure.
Yeah.
Why not?
And then that way, if we're interrupted, at least we have a little bit extra health.
Sure.
Get back to Astoria. Go straight to the tavern. Maybe send a runner to Kira to let her know we're alive. Drink from the horn. Go to bed.
Easy enough.
I might want to go to the forge though before. I mean, not the forge. Where's Vulcan?
Vulcan's Hall.
Okay, I might want to go to Vulcan's Hall though first, just in case, so I can sleep in tomorrow morning, not have to worry about waking up again to him.
Okay. All right. So you find your horses easy enough. They were unmolested all night. Checking the time. You find your horses easy enough. Hop on. Continue your way on. 20 to 30 minutes down the old road towards Astoria, you see a centaur sitting on a stone that kind of juts out into the road. You know right away that this is Zool waiting on you. He sees you, and he's just kind of head down, patiently waiting. As you approach, he rises to meet you. Nods to each of you. Walks over to Euron. Pulls out a small leather bag. This is from the other tribe. I returned their mate and offered me this reward, but informed them that it was your doing, and I would be dead if not for each of you, so I thought it only right to pass the reward on to you.
You are kind. Thank you.
I'm honest. There is a difference.
They can be both.
Oh. I have far to travel, so I will be leaving, but good luck to each of you. He turns and starts to walk off towards the east away from the road.
I'll just call hold to your purpose after him as he goes.
He stops and turns back. From this point on, we shall call our son, Son of Aina. And he turns and walks off.
Hmm.
I do not know the significance of that, but that feels really significant.
Wait, do mint centaurs give birth or something?
Oh dear.
Like, what the hell? Well, no
I think it. May I take a guess? I know
This is
you will
like
tell me if
mama's
I'm.
maybe, daddy's baby?
Ina, tell me if I'm wrong. This is my guess. Does he not believe he's worthy of a title like that anymore?
Well, he knows he's not. But no, I'm joking. He's a very upstanding man. But yeah. Generally, the children are son of the or daughter of the father. Son of. Let me look at my notes. But usually the son of the father's name until they're 14 and are given their purpose by Thylee, and their name has to deal with their purpose. So for him to change that up on me is surprising. And I am bemused, and I will ponder the significance as we walk back to Astoria.
If the father is killed, does the name of the child change?
No, because his parentage hasn't changed.
All right, then. That is odd.
Okay. In the satchel, the small little satchel that he handed you, Euron, you open it up and you find 3 clay jars. 2 of them are more in the traditional kind of long cylindrical shape of potions, and one of them is a little bit more squat in shape. They all seem to have the faint essence of magic about them, but since you will be traveling, and I'm sure if you want to, you can figure it out as you're going. One of them is a potion of heroism. One of them is a potion of maximum power. And the smaller squat one is a restorative ointment.
Would I know exactly what those do?
Well, the potion of heroism, it bolsters the individual. It makes them a little bit more hardy. It makes them act more bravely, for lack of a better term. The potion of maximum power helps spellcasters channel arcane energy, for lack of a better term. And the restorative ointment can be applied to, can't really say anything besides restore it. It has effect on various conditions and things.
Then I would like to sort of ride up close to Ina and hand her the ointment and say, I believe this is for healing and to rid yourself of disease or such things. I know you got bit by one of those dogs.
Yes, I did. Thank you. I will accept your hospitality.
And ride over to Lycus and hand him the potion of maximum power.
Okay.
And say, I believe this works for casting spells. You're the only one of us who casts spells.
Thank you.
I believe it makes it worthwhile. And then the potion of heroism, I'll just hold on to it a moment and just go, I think we will need to save this for when we really need it. And then ride on.
Okay. You don't encounter anyone or anything the rest of the way on the relatively long trip back to Astoria. You get there, probably you'd be coming up shortly after sunset. It takes 3/4 of a day or so. Upon arriving, the city is much as you left it, except you notice specifically that there aren't as many people lining up in the various booths, for lack of a better term, that the Order of Sidon had set up to hand out tithes and food and drink and things like that. People seem to have taken it kind of upon themselves more so to set up their own charity stations. You see a group of halflings and gnomes that have come from the enclave of Woodhike nearby. They are passing out a lot of the donation money. And then some of the local bakers and things seem to have kind of stepped up. So it's much more of a grassroots thing rather than the Order of Sidon interloping. Speaking of, you don't see any of them out and about. You see some of the locals that were kind of their lackeys, but none of the ones that were there with Gaius. Making your way through the streets of Astoria, the starlight and the moon reflecting off of the marble colonnades and walls. You more than welcome to make your way to Vulcan's Hall. The rest of you can go to the Dragon's Tooth. Everybody nods and waves to you as you walk by, but nothing notable happens.
If we pass by any, street children, I would like to pop down hand and offer one a silver and say, if you, would you mind running a message for me? Everyone, I've got coin for you to do it and coin for you when you get back.
I caught most of that, but
Sorry,
you're kind of breaking out. Yeah.
My gentle voice for talking to kids does not reach the mic. So imagine it's in a soft voice. I'll find a street kid who's just kind of walking around, hop down off my horse and go up to him and say, would you mind running a message for me, little one? I've got coin for you to do it and coin when you get back.
I was on my way home, miss. I can't be gone too long, but if it's a quick one, I can, as long as my mom doesn't find out.
It's to a palace guard.
Oh.
One of the guards. Would you do that for me?
All right.
And
if
she worries, tell you one of the heroes of the prophecy asked something of you.
Well, she won't believe me, miss, but I'll hurry anyway. I can sneak in the back.
Thank you. Would you tell one of the guards to tell Lady Kira that we're back? That's all.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yes, I can do that.
Press a couple silver into his hand and send him off.
And he scurries fast as shit up the street. Okay.
Well, if he describes me to his mom, then she might work out like, okay, the snake one told you, and then the next day be like, did my son come talk to you? And I'll be like, yes, I did. Yes, he did.
We shall see. All right, so you three headed to the tavern. Ina,
I'll tag along with Ina.
You two go. Okay. So you two are going to the tavern, right, Lycus? And you're on. Mm-hmm. Okay. You two come up to the hall. The door is slightly ajar, smoke's billowing out the top, brightly lit orange on the inside. Grab the giant door, pull it open. You see Vulcan and his assistant in there just wailing away on a piece of armor. It looks like kind of curved up and things. Doesn't seem to notice you approaching. Seems absorbed in his work.
This is just a thought. Did we take them ingot of Mithril?
Lycus has it.
Damn it, I was gonna say it would have been cool if you brought it in and then just put it on the table.
Yeah, that would have been.
I mean, I still can do it. You gonna come get me? Be like, oh, fuck it. Wait. Be right back.
I'll approach. Well, I'll ask Hyannis. Do you want to go first? Do you want me to go first?
You can.
Okay. I am going to kind of just gently nudge Vulcan with the handle of the Warhammer to get his attention.
Okay. He pushes back a little bit. He kind of shoulder rolls. I what the blasted... Hey! Oh, so good to see you. Oh, I felt it in me bones, I did. It's lit, isn't it? It's real lit. That's good.
It is, Forgetful One. It is lit.
The elevator. Oh, sorry about that. Like I said, I forget things. Seems the only thing I can remember is how to beat metal.
At this point, I kind of just like go up to him and like grab the shirt by his chest.
Oh,
Promise me right now, you don't work for Lutheria.
are you daft, boy? Get off me! And he pushes you back. Why would I be helping you if I was working for Lutheria?
Because Lutheria wants me dead.
Oh,
And that little stunt you pulled in the elevator?
you mean helping you? The stunt I pulled.
Yeah. Kind of kind of convenient for you to completely forget about that.
And it's kind of convenient for you to go around blaming everybody else for your misfortune, isn't it? But thank you for lighting me, Forge. And you're welcome for the assistance. A disrespectful pup.
Well, I guess I feel a disturbance in the force.
I think you just need more alcohol, baby.
No. I think someone did something. Oh, I don't know.
I will hand over the Warhammer to Vulcan and be like, here, you're gonna need this.
Oh, he drops the regular metal hammer he had and he puts two hands on it. You're back with Daddy. Alright.
Be forewarned, because
Aye.
we're not forgetful. We didn't clear out the forge. There's gonna be some like death dogs and things in there. Maybe a few straggling troglodytes, but Sally's on our side, and for the most part, things are copacetic down there. It won't
Sally.
take.
Who's
The
Sally?
Forgekeeper.
The Forgekeeper.
Yeah.
So he is there.
Yeah,
that'll
he is,
be-
and he's actually a really great guy.
Doesn't
He's
forget
always, he's always alright with me. I feel like you're taking jobs, son. I thought we had settled it.
I mean, people can hold grudges.
Aye, they can. And people can also fail to make magic armors for you.
And I like whisper to Sans, I'm like, don't worry, he won't remember this tomorrow.
Guys!
Alright,
You
well,
can't hear me. I said it to Cyan, I said a stage whisper.
I know, this is Arya reacting.
So
It's not
yeah,
clear.
you're gonna have a few things to clear up, but not too much. But welcome home.
Do you think the dwarves from the copper mines would be able to handle anything that's left?
Oh yeah, for sure, no doubt.
And you? Sharp tongue?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I mean, everything there went down pretty easy, except for the giant dog.
Don't forget, I have all the faith in me kin as I should, but what's easy to you is not necessarily easy to most. You don't underestimate your own power. Alright, I'll let the lads know. We'll head off for the forge in the morning. Is there anything else I could help you with? Besides, it was always good to see you, but I imagine you're quite beat from that limp you've got.
Oh yeah, it was intense. So we're gonna head to the tavern and get some rest.
Alright. That'll get me things ready. Oi, boy! Let's go! And they head off to the back and you start hearing things just kind of and thrown all over the place, pots clanging or whatever metallic sounds are happening back there. You turn and leave the Vulcan's Hall. Come back to the tavern. You see Lycus and Euron there. What's up, Euron?
Does Dan happen to be in the tavern?
Dan the dwarf. He is not.
Damn it.
Dan the dwarf is not.
Are
There
there
are
any-
several. There are several dwarves there. However, they are not ones that you are explicitly familiar with. You have gotten the sense in your time there that those that work the mines, they kind of come back to town in shifts, right? So there's like 2 or 3 shifts of people worth of people there. Some come back for a little bit of R&R and to bring back loads of copper and things, and they rotate out. This is kind of a different group.
Do we know how close the mines are to town?
They're within a day. You never got an exact location, but
Okay.
not too far.
This is good, then. Actually,
So-
I'll call over to one of them just quickly. Do you lads work at the mine?
Oh, yeah, we do.
You know Dan?
Don? Aye. He's a rapscallion, that one.
Do you know when he's back in town next? I have something for him.
I think 2 days from tomorrow.
Well, thank you.
Cheers.
And I'll flick over a coin to the Delphion and just say, whatever else they want is on me.
Cheers. So Delphion greets you all back in. He fetches his assistant to bring the horses around back and wash them off, brush them, feed them, tend to them very, very well. You see, Lycus and Euron has already seen this, but there is a table in the middle of the room. It has been cleared off and nobody is sitting in it, even though the rest of the tavern is kind of packed. And it has a small wooden sign on it. It's kind of propped up. And it says, Champions of Astoria, reserved.
So whenever Cyanus and Ina come in, Euron's just sitting there and like gestures to the sign.
Not bad.
I think they like us. But
And then they love us.
I walked right into that. I don't even care.
Everybody is steadily coming up and patting on the shoulder, not paying too much attention to your personal space or convenience, trying to shake your hand, buy you drinks, throwing food at you even if you don't really want it. If anything, it'd be hard to find a little bit of a private moment unless you actually told people to bug off. But that's the scene you find yourselves in the tavern. Is there anything that you'd like to discuss or do? Because I know you guys were talking about drinking a little bit and heading straight to sleep, so...
How'd it go?
Well,
Wow.
I might be on Vulcan's bad side right now.
Of course.
Until Vulcan forgets.
Yeah.
Until morning.
But
But-
Vulcan has the hammer now.
Yeah.
So, and he knows it's relit, and he knows that there's creatures he's gonna have to deal with when he gets back.
Might need to let them know to bring something to cure disease in case any of those dogs bite.
This
Sure
is
they can
true.
handle
I did
them.
neglect that detail.
Oh, look who's forgetting things now.
Must have rubbed off.
Make sure in the morning.
Wielders of the hammer ends up forgetting things.
Just make sure to stop by in the morning. Tell her. Stop by in the morning. Let them know to bring a healer or two with them. Or
And we're starting to get a little bit of money, right, guys? Like, we've got a bit of a hoard.
oh yeah, we do.
So, back with my past associates, I was kind of a banker. Like, I kind of kept track of the numbers. If you guys are up for it, I can totally be our treasurer.
I'm more than fun.
I'm not opposed to this plan.
Okay.
Like us.
Yeah,
Perhaps whatever funds we had with us before stay with us.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
I mean, I say that as I have 4 silver to my name right now, so
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine with Cyanus keeping track of everything. It's one less thing for me to worry about.
Okay.
Yeah.
long as there's money for food and drink, I'm good.
Of course. And with how everyone here is acting, I don't think that's going to be a problem for us.
Also, come a morning, bless you. I may want to stop by the copper mine when we get a chance. I'll ride fast if I have to, but those skulls need to go back to their kin. They have been making a god-awful noise on my back the whole way here. They need to be laid to rest.
Just that sound of bone on bone.
At this point, the squirrel
like maracas.
The squirrel clambers up on your shoulder and looks at you as if you were talking about it.
I'm not talking about you, Squeaker. Don't worry.
Scurries down onto the table and runs up on Lycus' shoulder.
I said it wasn't you, darling. I think you have a new friend now, Lycus.
Seems like everyone gets one.
You see it over there, looking up at Lycus' ears, and it's kind of like batting at the earrings.
I grab some table nuts and I give it to him. We're buds now. Official.
Hopefully you don't nearly drown him the amount of times that I have.
Something is wrong with you.
It's been sheerly by accident, honestly. But
yeah, well, that's it for me. I'm passing out and then going out.
I am like feasting like a crazy person, just to kind of mitigate any kind of hangover I might get from the horn. I want a lot of things in my belly to absorb.
Yeah, me too. And probably burn quite a lot of calories during the fighting, honestly. But, yeah.
Alright.
Then brooms and horn and bottoms up.
So, you head back towards the now familiar room, and you see it has also been adorned with a similar wooden placard saying "Reserved Champions of Astoria." And you see that it appears someone of approximately child height has carved into the door down about where your knees are these very, very simple rudimentary pictograms of two satyr, a centaur, and a medusa with oversized snakes coming out of her hair.
Love.
You get inside and each drink from the horn and fall into a very, very fitful sleep.
Aww.
What?
A fitful sleep.
A fitful
If
sleep.
it keeps Lutheria away, that's a success in my book.
See, you guys really got to stop like ruining things for me.
No.
A horn a day keeps the Titan away.
See, okay, so
Actually, probably I'll do that. Just as I take my swig, I'll just go, fuck you, bitch. Cool.
as you are sleeping, a very familiar voice does enter your mind. As the Lady of Dreams begins to speak, we're going to pick up there next time. Because it is past midnight! And also, yes, you have all leveled up as of the completion of your long rest. But if you taunt me again, Junior, I will push it off. Dang it.
Rudy boy.
I know,
I'm not
right?
saying a damn thing about leveling anymore. I refuse to. I'm not poking the dragon.
All right, everybody, thank you for hanging out with us. We love you all. Not too much to say tonight, but I hope you enjoyed it. It's always a pleasure to have you. We have on Sunday, don't forget, we have Fantasy Crafts, and then Wednesday, Mastering the Dungeon, and then we'll see y'all next Friday for this again. If anything changes, we'll let y'all know. But until then, we'll see y'all on Discord and Twitter and everywhere else we are. And we love y'all very, very much. Be healthy, be safe, be happy. And we'll see y'all next time. Bye, guys.